What is up, collecting crew, and welcome. That's right, we're getting funky today. We're talking about a lot of funky figures going on multiple scales. I'm JayFeezy. This is a Figure Lowdown, episode 25. And this, for those of you who don't know, this is the video stream, the video series where I talk about figures of multiple scales outside of Hot Toys, outside of Hasbro, 1/18th, 1/12th, 1/6, you know, that whole spiel. Thank you for joining. If it is your first time, I appreciate your support, and just give us an opportunity to hear us out and see what we're all about. As usual, we have a lot of figures to go through, but fear not. And in the description, as per usual, again, you'll find the links to the figures that we'll be discussing. Those should be down in there, and or some website or a link for just to kind of info purposes. And then I'll put in the timestamps in the description also after the stream. So those will be there for you guys to jump around as usual, kind of go to specific figures you want to hop around for your convenience. So yeah, I just want to make sure I help you guys out there, make it easier for you to view this content. With that, yes, let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, we have a bunch of figures to discuss. I'm going to go and bring in my panelists for today. We have both returning to the channel. We got X-Man Supreme and Valkyrie Magnus in the house. Gentlemen, what is up?
Yeah, glad to be here.
Yes, sir. Yeah, thank you for coming back. Yeah, and we were, I just noticed backstage, X-Man here is rocking. You want to show it off there? Look at this.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Talking about funky.
We got a little bit of the funk going right here. Look at this. Look at this bad boy. Yeah, it's just so shiny and nice. Ooh, yeah.
That's a New Wave? Is that who the manufacturer is?
Let's see. It is,
the M90?
Yeah. New Wave. Yep, the M90.
Yep.
Comes with the replica box. Yeah.
So it's basically like a little mini Bluetooth speaker, but it's pretty, for those of you that aren't familiar, it's pretty feature rich. I guess like a lot of controls and things you can do with it. I was telling X-Man here that I have the bigger version of the M90. Again, it's a Bluetooth speaker, but they actually do a good job of kind of replicating a little mini boombox. The one I have comes with like a little mini plastic cassette. There's no function. It's just for all aesthetics, but you can pop open the cassette, the tape player, and pop in that plastic cassette in there. There's, the volume knobs work, the equalizer for the bass and the treble works. Yeah, man, it's pretty cool, and it sounds. Yeah, and look at the one X-Men has here. The mini one comes with this chain. Yeah, the antenna, nice. Yeah, I think the bigger one has that one too. Good. Yeah, the chain. His comes with the chain. You can put on the neck. Yeah, is that? How's that for 1/6 scale?
Nice.
Yeah, Oiler's Workshop had a good video up showing it with a few of his figures because I wanted to, get some more world building going on in my case. Mm-hmm. And I saw this, I was like, oh man, I gotta have this. This thing is great. Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah, and then for those of you again that aren't familiar with New Wave, they do all those little mini arcade cabinets, I believe, as well. They have, I think they do arcade. They have vending machines for sure, like the Coke and the soda vending machines, and I forget what else they do. You guys remember? There's they do some other little miniature replicas, but yeah, really, really good work. And I think the vending machines, the soda machines actually work too, right? Can't you put coins in them?
Yeah, well, the Coke machine, I think it has small coins and it has like little cans. But the Coke machine is actually like a small mini fridge. It's 6 scale.
That's right.
But it holds 2 cans of Coke. Yeah.
That's right. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So it's cool that they're doing that, adding some functionality, like some practicality to some of that stuff there too. And yeah, like I said, the M90 is like a Bluetooth speaker, so you can actually just pair it with whatever Bluetooth device and play your music from it. It's like we said, it sounds pretty good too. So really cool accessory there. Yeah, really awesome. Check them out, New Wave. If I remember, I'll put a link in the description below afterwards. I forgot to throw it in there because that just popped up. But let me address the chat here before we get onto our figures. We got Classy, as always, showing up, classing the place up. We got SpongeBob SquareBalls, Classy Thomas in the house. What is up, good sir? Thank you for coming through. And of course, we got X-Man and Valkyrie working the chat as well. Appreciate you two for doing that, interacting with the chat, and then all of you in the watching, interacting as well. Of course, we got Moo Stream in the house, 12-inch Moo Stream. Hello, community collectors, artist and Joker in hand, he says. WB100 Wonder Woman on the way. Congrats, good sir. Looks like you. Awesome. I'm guessing you got a deal on her, knowing you. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I think I got everyone addressed there, so I'm sure we'll probably get some more later on. But yeah, thank you all for joining and watching. with us today. Let's talk some figures. I know, like I said, we got a lot, so let's jump right into it. Starting with the first one here on our list, we have the Giant Exhibition Toys Shigui, I think that's how you pronounce it, Cooper Howard. And for those that are you asking or also wondering what is Shigui, I looked that up myself, and that actually means stone ghost in Chinese, or referencing like a stone ghost-like figure. And I think it's like some sort of mythology, but I think it literally translates to stone ghost. So this is obviously inspired by the ghoul from Fallout. So of course, ghoul, ghost, I can see where they're going from there. About $186 USC, set to come out Q3 of this year, 2025. And we'll go through some of the photos here, of course, and but some of the stuff he comes with: a pistol, a shotgun, of course, gun holster, a sniper rifle, sniper rifle. 12 bullets apparently, and 5 hands, and then he has a display stand here. So yeah, I think looking at this when I first saw this was looking pretty good, man. I think the head sculpt is pretty good. I didn't get a chance to do a comparison to the live action counterpart, what this is inspired by, but looking really good. I think, a mixture of kind of Western cowboy and zombies. You guys know, for those of you that know me, I'm all about the zombie figures. And just Halloween and horror and stuff like that. So this is a mixture of those two, which is cool, right? Kind of a little best of both worlds. I just recently got Arthur Morgan in from Limb Toys, and I have the Red Man toys inspired by Doc Holliday. So I got a good little Western collection going here. So I'm thinking he may go in there and join them as well. Looking really good, like I said. The only thing I have heard, a couple of people mention that the coat or the clothes don't look as weathered as they should be, because in the show, for those of you who haven't seen the show, by the way, great show, Fallout, check it out. I believe it's on Prime. I really enjoyed it, and it seems like a lot of people liked it as well. I'll let you two speak on that, give your thoughts if you want. But so when in the show, he was I believe he was in a coffin, and they had someone went to unbury him. So you would think his clothes would have gotten a little more weathered than this here. But again, it's one of those things we mentioned with other figures, right, where you can, if you're up to the task, the challenge, you can kind of weather it yourself. Just literally go outside, maybe roll it in some dirt or bury it yourself. I don't know, you weather it. But man, it's looking good. With that, I'll kind of pause there and turn it over to X-Men. You got any thoughts on this one?
I haven't watched the show. I haven't played Fallout. I've seen gameplay from it, and I love it as a concept. And they got the Wasteland Weekend that happens every year out in California City, out in the desert there. And I've been to that, and that's a lot of fun. And a lot of that is inspired by this. They use bottle caps and everything else, and do a lot of different things out there, like that's kind of similar to this.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I was not aware of that.
Sideshow has that. They have that fucking what's the little wristwatch thing that they got? The
Pit Boy
or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And that looks super cool. And I'm like, that's really neat, because I have a 1/1 collection, and that would just be really cool on the shelf with everything. But it's. I think he looks like a cool figure. I keep seeing cowboy type figures, and since I have Old Man Logan,
same.
I'm always tempted to grab more cowboy type figures to have something with them, but no, I gotta temper myself on that. I gotta batten down the hatches for the game coming out. That game's coming. My mantra has been the Wolverine game. The Wolverine game.
Oh, the Wolverine game.
There's gonna be so many figures from that game. There's gonna be so many figures from that game if they do like Spider-Man. So this looks cool though. Not for me, but I think this looks pretty awesome.
Yeah, actually, that's good that you're staying strong and you're planning for that, because I know some collectors, they kind of forget about that stuff. That stuff slips their head about some IP or something they're really a fan of that is coming up, but because it's out of sight, out of mind. But that's good that you have that in the front of your head. You're like, nope, I gotta save for Wolverine what I really want. And I know there's some YouTubers out there who kind of stress that as well. Like, hey, just a lot of us do, right? Be selective and buy what you love. And so that's
well,
cool.
It's not easy.
Sticking to that.
It's not, because we're in the era of X-Men coming up. Like, we got all this Deadpool and Wolverine stuff that just came out, and Mondo's killing it, and I'm into that line completely. Like, I just ordered Omega Red from a guy on eBay, and that's arriving next week. Like there's a lot of stuff that's in my wheelhouse. It's all hitting, and it wasn't before. So now it's
and the MCU X-Men are set to come into fruition here pretty soon.
That's going to happen. Yeah.
Hopefully, yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, those are all good points, man. Yeah. A reminder out there, collectors. Yeah, I know it's tough, but the figures they can get overwhelming. I'm in that situation myself, so just try to keep in mind, like X-Men was just saying, those potential future figures that may come out, and there's some that maybe just be unexpected, right? I know we've seen some figures from Hot Toys that are just like, whoa, this came out of left field. What the hell? We didn't see this coming. So, yeah, it's tough, but there's always going to be more figures, always reissues, always 2.0s, and it's just going to be never ending, right? It's going to be never ending. So just keep that in mind. Valkyrie Magnus, any thoughts on this guy?
I'm not too familiar with the show. I mean, but the figure looks great. I mean, it looks amazing. They call it the clothes, everything, the detail. I'm also like what X-Man Supreme says, though. It's like I have like my three main collections: DC, Marvel, and Star Wars, and that takes up everything. I mean, I still wouldn't mind buying some one-off figures. I still do once in a while. This one looks like it could be one I might want to just pick up. I mean, yeah, just look at the coat. It looks real. You can see the texture, the bullets, and yeah, that leather strap looks awesome. And the face, like, wow.
Right,
so,
yeah.
Not seeing the show, I'm like, when I first saw this, I'm like, what the heck is that? But it definitely does look cool, but I feel like I just push hard say don't buy it, but the temptation is there, I'll admit.
Yeah, there's speaking of the Pip-Boy, there's a actually mentioned the Pip-Boy. Actually, there's one came out with one of the games. I think it was Fallout 4. I think it was collector's edition that came with that huge Pip-Boy, and I do remember that. And so it sounds like who was it? X-Men that you said did another one? Was it Sideshow?
I don't remember who made it, but Sideshow has one on their site, and it looks really, really good. Like the functionality that it has looks. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I love the concept of Fallout. I've never played the game. I've watched gameplay, and it looks really cool, and I really like the idea of it. First-person shooters, I've never been a thing that I've been a fan of. I played Halo, and that was about as far as I went with it.
I gotcha.
It bothers me not having peripheral vision. It really bothers me. I can't deal with that, man. It gives me anxiety, and I don't want that. But but Fallout looks really cool, man. I'm really into it. I need to watch the show. I've been putting it off, but I feel like I want to watch that.
Yeah, that's one of those games where I heard it, like, you can kind of sink a lot of hours into if you really get into it. There's like already another game that I'm doing that right now, so I don't need another one. But yeah, to both your points, again, I think this looks good. One that I'm still thinking about getting, I may pull the trigger on this one. But here's again the photo of this photo here of all the accessory it comes with. And again, I mentioned 12 bullets. I see 4 here, but it's probably also counting the ones that are already in his bandolier here. But good looking figure overall. So again, link in the description below if you're just want to check it out for reference. Again, shop around, as I always say, shop around, find a retailer that best suits your need, your preferences, because the prices vary. Some include shipping, some don't. But if some of you are remembering or saying, hey, Feezy, there was another third-party company that did the main character, was it Ella Purnell from the show? Well, coincidentally, that's the same company. And I brought her up here to kind of show you. So it is Giant Exhibition as well. I don't think I covered this in the previous lowdown, but she's already kind of went up for pre-order. She hasn't released yet, but she's supposed to be releasing Q1, Q2 of this year. So I just brought her up for reference, but I didn't get a chance to shop around for her for the prices. But yeah, it looks. I know that one of the complaints I remember hearing about, not a complaint, but a critique, I should say, is that her face sculpt looks a little more kind of cartoonish. And yeah, I can kind of agree with that, but I can obviously tell it's her, that it's supposed to be inspired by Lucy from the Fallout show. And so, but the tailoring again, this one she has weathering on her clothes from what it appears. Yeah, you can see kind of some dark black staining here throughout. So yeah, it's interesting why they didn't put it on the other character that's supposed to be Ghoul. But this is the Shelter Girl. They call her Shelter Girl or Vault Girl here. I've seen it in the listings as Shelter Girl. But yeah, this is supposed to be inspired by Lucy from the same show. So yeah, Giant Exhibition Toys. This is their, according to their numbering, this is the first figure from them. Ghoul is the second one. So if you're looking to start that Fallout or start a Fallout shelf or collection, here's 2 for you here if you're interested. I don't think there's any other companies doing these figures yet. I could be mistaken. Are you guys aware of anyone doing the Fallout figures from the show?
No, I don't think I even. No. I don't remember even seeing this one.
Yeah,
that is pretty cool. She does look a bit cartoonish, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, you know, if you wanted to, you know, because she's been pretty busy lately. You know, you get this figure and get Jinx, and they kind of, you know, get an Ella Purnell shelf going, you know.
Oh yeah. If you wanted to do that, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's fully clothed here, so you obviously can't see the joints, but so non-seamless, but you can definitely see them here. Just an FYI. So, but you have an option to take off the upper part of the coat, or her suit, I should say. And then I know a lot of people don't like joints in their 6-scale figures, but
those are kind of rough.
Yeah. So just be aware of that. I'm guessing if you do, for those that do pick her up, you're gonna probably just have the upper half of the suit on. But here's everything she comes with, just real quick to kind of go over. I like this head, this decapitated head, and it is relevant to the show. I won't say anything else, but yeah, and it does have implanted hair, which is interesting. So they keep implanted hair to the head, but not to the actual figure. It's kind of funny. So maybe it was easier to do. I don't know, but it's like this zombie-looking head. Yeah, so she has her own Pip-Boy here, 3 pairs of hands, a couple of pistols. Yeah, so that's, last I looked, that was still available to purchase on a couple of websites. Let me see here. I thought I had made some notes on here. No, I guess not. But yeah, shop around. I think I saw her at a few places if you're still interested. And the Ghoul is still available also as well. Oh, here she is with the head again. That's awesome. Yeah, oh, here it is. Yep. That's cool. Her backpack, yeah, looks like to be fabric and the Pip-Boy. So yeah, Shelter Girl and Gui Cooper Howard up on a few sites there. So check those out. So let me address the chat here before we go on to the next set of figures. We got S Beam in the house. What is up, Superior Beam? What's up, collecting fan? What is up, S Beam? Hopefully you're having a good work day. I think you mentioned you were working today, so hopefully things are going well at work. Have a good day, good sir. Thanks for tuning in and watching while you're grinding in the background there. Jazz A in the house. What's good? Feezy X-Man and my Filipino homie Valkyrie. Nice. I like that.
Mustaka,
what's
Jazzy.
Good, yeah, Mustaka. What does that mean?
It means hello. So it's kind of like,
hello.
How should I say this? So, kamusta, which means kind of hello, but it's also like a version of Spanish, como está. It's like
okay.
Yeah.
So say it again.
So yeah, so it's kind of it's based on como está, but then in the Filipino language, it's kamusta.
Oh, como está. Like, oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Como está? Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Como está? Okay, gotcha.
Or pare.
Yeah.
Pare. What is pare?
X-Man Supreme probably speaks better Tagalog than my daughter.
Hey, that's just from hanging out in the galley on the ship, man.
Yeah.
Yep. Hang out with the Filipino Mafia, man.
If you got some other words, either of you, share them. We're over here learning about new figures and different words in other languages. That's awesome. Love to see it. ¿Cómo está? Might as well just say ¿Cómo estás? It's pretty close.
Yes.
Let's see here. Jazzy's like, who the fuck is this character? Yeah, this is Ghoul inspired by Ghoul from the Fallout show. Jazzy, I don't know.
Westworld Voldemort.
Yeah. That's another one I have yet to see. I tried watching that, but I couldn't get into that one. Yeah, Moose Stream's here saying ThreeZero is making these metal suits from Fallout. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Ooh.
If you want to add, those are based on the game version. I could be wrong. I know they have them in the show as well, but yeah, like Moose mentioned here, ThreeZero made I think they're called the power armor or the power suits, the T, like I don't want to say 1,000. It's like, I think there's like a number associated with, but anyways, there's like the big suits.
I think I saw
you know
those.
you know how ThreeZero does it, really like die cast, well engineered. They're pricey though. I think they're they're a few $100s. So if you want to add to your Fallout shelf, there are those. We got Blue Tattoo joining us in the house. What is up, Mr. Tattoo?
Hey, Blue Tattoo.
Hey everyone. He says,
Hey.
what up, Blue? Thanks for coming through, man. Thanks for coming through. All right, going on to the next figure here. We got, where are we at? Oh, so this just came up, I think it was yesterday or the other day. Sticking with the ghoul, which is kind of interesting. This one popped up as well. This one, so another version of what's supposed to be inspired by ghoul. This one's done by X Studio, and I like the way they spell this. They don't show it here, but they have Fallout there. But in the listing is like Faleut, Faleut, and they kind of switched up the naming for the actual figure listing. But so this one's $255 USD, around there ish. Set to come out also Q3 of this year, and this one comes with a little more accessories you can see here, including leather shoes and a leather backpack. Two head sculpts for this one, 8 hands. Of course, you can see the bandolier there. We'll look at some other photos and get closer shots of this stuff, but his holsters for his weapons, a lever action rifle, a hooked blade, a machete, a Vault Boy little mini figurine there, a cola bottle caps, fresh meat. There's like 4 slices of fresh meat there. We'll see a photo of that. Some device here, the CX404. I can't remember what that is in the show. Dog companion, which is awesome. You can see here it comes with that little dog 1/6 scale companion, canteen, and a figure stand. So yeah, way more accessories with this one. This is by X Studio again. Leather, like I mentioned, leather backpack and leather shoes are the only things that seem to be leather here. But yeah, really cool. The only thing with this one is I personally think the head sculpt is worse compared to the other one. So there's a trade-off there. You know, like I always say, we have options. For those of you that just prefer to have more accessories, maybe go with this one. If you like the better head sculpt with less accessories, there's that giant exhibition one, or get both if you want to have best of both worlds. Obviously, there's option for both, but this one, like I said, is pricier. It's around $255 USD. So you do have your options there. So this coat does seem to be weathered, and it looks like the pants as well. The pants are a little darker though, so it's kind of hard to tell. But the hat and the coat look a little more weathered compared to the other one. You can kind of see already that it's not as like a lighter brown. Let me switch back here just for comparison here. So giant exhibition, you can see like the different coloring and the cleanness, the cleanliness of the coat versus this one here. But yeah, this one does. I like the way the coat looks on this one though. It's just, yeah, the head sculpt you can see here, and I do have a photo here we'll take a look at in a second. I compared the 2 head sculpts just so you can see. This one, like I said, this one comes with 2 head sculpts though. The kind of serious, a little more serious looking than the smiling, grimacing one. Dog companion. It doesn't look to be articulated, and it doesn't say in the description either. But did I pass that photo with? Oh yeah, here it is. The meat. I'm guessing that's for his dog. Yeah, so he has the.
That's crazy. Huh.
Yeah.
I think. I can't remember. I think those are supposed to be scalps. I can't remember. Remind me in the chat or in the comments. I think in the show that's what he collects. He collects something like that. I forget, like some sort of body part. And I think those might be scalps. You guys have to remind me again.
Is that a saddlebag over his shoulder? Where's his bike?
Oh yeah, I think it said backpack in the description, but I think that's what they're referring to. You know, sometimes the translation gets kind of mixed up in like from some Asian language to English, like Chinese or Japanese. So they said backpack.
Man, it's a bike or a horse.
Yeah, but I think that's supposed to be his quote unquote backpack. Yeah, it's his. What do you call it? It's like a saddle pack, or no? What is it called?
Saddlebags. Right? Yeah. It looks like it goes on a bike.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's for a bike.
I don't think he's. I think he just carries it around. I'm trying to remember in the show. I don't remember if he had a bike or a horse. I think he may have had a horse at one point. Yeah, it's been a minute since I've seen the show, but yeah, let me throw up this comparison here real quick, and then I'll get you guys' thoughts. Let me add this to stage and set. So here we go. We have giant exhibition toys on the left, head sculpt, and then the X Studio, the one we were just looking at on the right. So you can kind of see. I should have again threw an actual photo of the character, but based off my memory, I think the one the giant exhibition one on the left looks more like now I'm blanking on his name. Goggins, Walter Goggins, right? Is that his name?
He definitely looks nicer.
Yeah.
Is that his name? Walter Goggins? Yeah, let me look it up. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. To me, the giant exhibition one is the better looking head sculpt, but I'll leave that up to you guys to decide. But I'll turn it over to Valkyrie. What do you think about this version of what's supposed to be a ghoul?
I haven't seen the show, but the left, the giant exhibition looks a lot better. X Studio doesn't look too bad, but it almost reminds me of a character that Jim Carrey played in the early 90s.
Oh, like The Mask, you mean?
Oh, no,
or someone else.
He played, he was on that show called In Living Color, where he played like a fire marshal.
Oh, Fire Marshal Bill.
Yeah.
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 Let me tell you something. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's right. Without the nose, he does look like him. That's funny.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't think about that.
Well, that makes me kind of want this one.
Yeah, for those of you doing a custom Fire Marshal Bill, there you go. Completing your In Living Color collection.
Oh, man.
Next up, Homie the Clown.
Well, Pennywise is coming.
That's true. Yeah. Homie, don't play that. What are your thoughts on the figure, though? Valkyrie, let me go back here. Compared to the two overall.
It's not bad. It's not terrible. I like the accessories it comes with. It looks great. Like, I was thinking maybe like what you might have said earlier, maybe buy both and make the best of both worlds with this. Or you could still do it separately as well. Like if you want to do one little diorama here and another one over there too. Yeah. So you could have I think getting both should be. If you can afford both, why not?
Yeah, looking around like 400-ish.
Oh, yeah.
Both. A little over 400, yeah.
That'll still be less than one in-art figure.
Yeah. Two for the price of one. Yep.
Yeah.
Dave, what are your thoughts on let me go back. Do you want to take a look at those head sculpts again? Get your thoughts on these?
I think the X Studio figure overall is a little bit better, thought out, maybe. But that head sculpt though. But yeah, if this is your dude, like people will pay way too much money for a custom head sculpt. So you may as well buy both and mix and match and make it work. Because you'll pay more than the cost of that figure for a custom sculpt. Or at least you could. You might not necessarily.
Yeah. Yeah, and the thing about the head sculpt, I was going to say, even though on this one it's a little off, or just off, is that with the hat, if you kind of have it tilted down, to kind of cover some of his face, I guess you can kind of get away with it in that sense. Obviously, when someone sees this on the shelf and they're familiar with the show, they're gonna know who this is. So it's not like gonna be like from a distance with his hat down like that.
Yeah.
Like Goggins, that doesn't look like Ghoul. So
but for
those of you,
one thing about this guy is it looks like the hat on the ugly sculpt. I'll say I don't remember the name of the company now. X Studio. It looks like his hat is way bigger than it probably should look.
Like right here?
Yeah. That's the thing with hats, right? Usually the hat is just ridiculously large. Like, a lot of the Jack Nicholson Jokers that we've seen in some iterations, those hats are comically huge. And the Jack Sparrow that just came out, that hat is atrociously large. But the one from Giant, who's it? Doesn't look bad. Yeah. Yeah, that hat doesn't look, it looks like it's supposed to look, I think. It doesn't look.
Agree.
It doesn't stand out to me as being, ridiculously large in size. So I would definitely say that this sculpt and this hat are the win for this figure, I think.
Yeah, good points. Yeah, good call there. Yeah, I agree with you actually on that. I didn't really.
Yeah, that texture.
That's the first thing I noticed, man.
That coat looks great, to be honest.
Yeah,
it does look nice. It's a good looking figure.
Yeah,
but you can weather him up too, and but all the other accessories come with the other guy. That's the hard thing. Is
exactly.
because I have that One Toys Bomb Girl on order, the third party Jinx.
Oh, right.
And shortly after I put her on order is when Hot Toys put theirs up.
That's right.
And of course I'm getting the Hot Toy, but the third party has so many accessories that I want that the Hot Toys doesn't have.
Yep.
And she's got so many more like hands, expressions and stuff. She needs a lot of hands. She's very expressive. She's a very expressive character. So it's weird when you have that dilemma, because you've got the one figure that's obviously the better looking one, then you've got the other one that's got all the stuff you want. It's like, what do you do? Like, I don't know if I want to spend another, $250 on the third party, of the one that I'm, it's a decision we all have to make at some point.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course, ideally, it'd be nice if it was all together, but, it's kind of one of the things that drive competition, which we'll talk about again later, right? Competition. And again, having the options there for those who may not care about certain things about, having the most accurate, they just kind of want a decent figure with all the accessories, kind of like what you were just saying, right? You wanted that Jinx because it had all the accessories, and some people rather have that. Some people want more of that Hot Toys quality, or that a little more accurate representation. I don't want to say fully accurate, because we know sometimes Hot Toys is not fully accurate, but yeah, close enough. So yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I still, every figure or a couple of figures that come out, I'm always doing that. I'm in that same dilemma myself, so I know a lot of you out there are as well. But yeah, good call. When you first said that about the Jack Sparrow, about the hat being big, I thought you meant because I remember you brought it up on our stream on Hot Talk when we were discussing it. I thought you meant like it stuck out too big, but you're talking about how it fit.
No, the crown where his head's supposed to go. Yeah, it's way too big. It doesn't even fit him. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, because I saw a review and I was like, oh, that's what they meant. Too big, it doesn't fit properly on his head. I gotcha.
It's a shame.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I haven't put mine on. Yeah, because I got my Jack Sparrow.
He looks so good without it, though, right?
Yeah,
I don't even think I'm going to use the hat anyway, even if it did look good, because that hair and that bandana, he looks so good without the hat on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I bought that version because I thought I wanted the hat, and when I got it, I'm like, it doesn't need the
hat. But you got the deluxe, right? So it has that diorama base also?
Yeah. It's pretty cool. Yeah. I got the wheel and everything. It looks awesome.
Nice. I'm waiting for mine to come in. Yeah, that Jack Sparrow. But yeah, here's an example of what I was talking about, right? So if you kind of just pose it like this, right, then the head sculpt doesn't really matter, in my opinion. I know who this is or who it's supposed to be. But going back to what I was mentioning earlier, right? If you just want a general, another cowboy type of figure, kind of undead or zombie-like looking cowboy figure, there you go. You can just use it as a general figure in that sense. So
yeah, this looks really good right here like this.
Yeah, you got options. You definitely got options. Let me address the chat here and see what some people think about this one. I'll leave it on that one for now. We got Blue saying Mars Toys teased a ghoul, but I doubt that's happening. Oh, okay. I think I missed that. I don't recall seeing that one. We might get another challenger entering the ghoul arena. X Studios weathering is much better. Yeah, I agree, Blue. Yep, better. And Blue's also saying Red Skull. Yeah, that's another option, right? If you end up getting both, and you want to do something with the additional sculpt, you can either go. You got two options now. You got Fire Marshal Bill or Red Skull. There you go. The possibilities are endless. Walton Goggins, thank you. That's what it was, not Walter. Walton Goggins, thanks, Blue. Phil the Burn in the house. What is up, Phil the Burn? Happy Sunday, everyone. Happy Sunday to you too, good sir. Thank you for coming through. Hopefully your Sunday is going well so far. Movie Cannon, Geo in the house as well. Hello, everybody. Geo, thank you for coming through. Hopefully you're having a good weekend. If you guys haven't already, check out Geo's channel. The friend of the channel, we were on, all three of us here were on his latest Figure Talk episode this past Friday, the most recent one, so check that out. It was pretty fun. I gotta say, it was pretty fun. Played a couple of games and had a good time. Good stream over there. Thanks for coming through, Gio. Let's see. Let me make sure I got everybody here. Oh, and of course, as always, Tijuana Mike, a.k.a. King Churro in the house. Mike, thank you for coming through, good sir. Happy Sunday, collectors. Happy Sunday to you as well, TJ Mike. All right, going on to the next figure here. Unless you guys got anything else to add or any other thoughts?
I'm good.
Yeah.
All right, moving right along. And then also in the chat, as always, let me know how the music is. Audio, video, everything is coming through. Just appreciate that feedback so I can kind of stay on top of it and make sure we're doing it right. I just realized, I was telling the guys backstage, I thought I had music going in the background of my last Hot Talk, and it wasn't. It was just silent when I went back to listen to it. I didn't realize. It was like, what the hell? This whole time? No one said anything? But yeah, I made sure now. Okay, here we go. Next figure. Sticking with 6 scale, we got the ThreeZero GI Joe Baroness. And we'll go over this one. I don't think we'll spend too much time, just because I know there wasn't really a lot of a love for this one. I think people thought it was cool, but there's some things about it that I also agree with. So the head sculpt, for one, it does look a little more animated compared to the other recent ThreeZero figures from this line that came out. Let's see. Actually, let me go take a step back. Price $159.90 USD, so $159.90. That was pretty specific. I don't know why they had that, but ThreeZero has that there and there on their website. That's USD, set to come out also Q3 of this year. 35 points of articulation, so it's going to be very well articulated, as ThreeZero figures usually are. Their bodies, though, aren't the best. I do got to say, I know some people have mentioned that also, so it's not the most. It's a pretty common thing. I like for tangent here. I just got I opened my ThreeZero Kakashi from Naruto 1/6 scale, and a lot of the joints there are kind of loose, and so some other figures too, the ankles are kind of loose, and so the articulation's there, but the joints just aren't as tight, and so you would have to kind of do some modifications there to kind of help that and stiffen up the joints and stuff. Also, side note, and I should have made a point of this a while ago, but for ThreeZero figures, there is a warranty. So if you have issues, you can reach out to them and see if they can help you out. But there's a warranty card. You have to fill that in within 14 days after you receive the figure, right? So just keep that in mind. Once you get your figure, open it up, fill out that warranty card, because you have to go on the website. There's like a QR code. You go in there, fill out the information. You have to take a photo of like your proof of where you bought the figure, and then a photo of the warranty card. So you have to do all that within 14 days after you receive the figure, and then from there, they should be able to help you out and hook you up with some sort of assistance. I haven't used it yet. I haven't had to send anything in, but let me know in the comments or in the chat if you've done that and how your experience was, because I'm curious. I haven't done it, so I want to see how good the ThreeZero customer service is. But going back to this figure here, the accessories, of course, it's Baroness, so she's going to come with a few guns. She has her SMG or submachine gun, assault rifle, a tactical knife with the sheath, pistol with the holster, and 4 hands. And so here you go. So right here, there we go. 4 pairs of hands. Sorry, I should say 4 pairs of hands, not 4 hands. 4 pairs. And I think the overall costume looks good. Again, the head sculpt, red sculpted hair, looks a little more animated. I don't think I have any other GI Joe ThreeZero figures, but I did get the third party. There's the third party GD Toys Cobra Baroness, I think it is, or I think it's just Baroness that's out there. That one is a little more pricey, but she comes with a lot more, and she has implanted hair. I don't think it's Rule, but it's kind of implanted synthetic hair. That one looks a little more anime-ish though, like the face sculpt. She looks a little more anime-ish on that one, so I know a lot of people didn't like that. But I think the materials that they used were a little better. Some of the glue on some of the items on that one didn't really hold up that well, but that's an option out there, just letting you know. That one's going for around $228, so more pricey, but that's because there's a little more things that go into it, like movable eyes. It also had movable eyes on the GD Toys. And yeah, just a bunch of guns and accessories, a coat, like a fabric wired coat that you can put over her. So I bring that up just to let you know that that's an option if you can find it. I think there's a couple of places that still had it, but if you just want some representation of Baroness, this is almost half the price. I think, again, this is $159. here, so you're saving some money there if you just want to add it to your other ThreeZero GI Joe figures. But yeah, I'll turn over to you guys. What's that?
I said that's a great price.
Yeah, I mean it is, but I think compared to some other ThreeZero figures, it's a little high. Also, again, compared to other ThreeZero figures, I know I've seen some that are just over 100 or around 120-ish, depending on the figure. I can't remember what the last one was before this, but yeah, they're usually around there. They're like 150 or below. They're usually a little on the lower, towards closer to $100. But Valkyrie, I'll go ahead and start with you. Any other thoughts on this figure?
Well, I'll tell you this. So it's kind of funny. So my wife has long black hair and glasses, so I kind of call her the Baroness every once in a while.
Dude.
So I'm gonna have to get this.
Oh, that's awesome! Yeah.
Yeah.
You think she would appreciate this? Or does she already have any other figures kind of similar to this?
I did buy her a few Baroness figures, and when I go to cons, I always bring back a Cobra T-shirt for her to wear.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Pixar didn't happen.
Yeah, so I'll have to do that, and then if I do that though, that means I'm gonna have to buy what do you call it, the Rock Roadblock Hot Toys figure, because bald.
Oh.
Yeah,
gotcha.
I can only wish I'm that big, but
yeah, no, actually, that's cool. That'd be a good pairing. That you guys can do that, just kind of like your own like couple kind of figure representations. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Actually, it's also kind of funny because my daughter liked the other movie, Alita Battle Angel. So I was thinking,
yeah,
she kind of has that look, because she's young, she's a teenager. So I was thinking, might do that, just get the whole family going.
Yeah. Have you done that, like an image or some sort of drawing where you kind of just make these characters with your heads, like some sort of either like animated drawing or a Photoshop type of deal yet, or no?
I've tried that before. Like I used to, when I was young, I used to draw a lot, and I used to like merge things. But now I think I'll be good with just getting the Baroness and and calling up my wife.
Yeah, no, that works. With AI though too, if you're willing, that could be an option too. Just have that draw it up for you guys. Maybe like put a combination of your photo and want something like this and see what it comes out with. I don't know if that's a feature. I'm sure it is, but
yeah.
I
think they have software for that, or even like something on the phone you could do now too, which is weird.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, well, that's cool. That's cool that you kind of share that with your wife there. That's always good when we can get our significant others involved somehow into our hobbies, right? So that's I don't know if she appreciates it or not, but it's so cool that you're trying to share that with her.
She did that once for Halloween also. I actually convinced her to
did she?
Yeah.
Yeah, guaranteed. Yeah, she's got it then. She's got it at that point. X-Man, Dave, what are your thoughts on Baroness here, if any?
Yeah, she looks cool. That's I've never gotten a ThreeZero figure, and they did Destro, right?
I think so.
I remember seeing a Destro out there, or two Destros. Maybe.
Pretty sure they did.
I don't remember if it was them or if it was somebody else, or really even how it looked overall. But like Baroness is, she's one of those fan favorite GI Joe characters. So she's definitely a good choice for 6 scale, I think. And she looks the part. I don't know about like the whole like animated bit. I would just figure, she got fair skin and puts on makeup. That's what I'm gonna call it. That's how I might justify that. But I wonder why she could cost more than the rest of them, though. That's interesting. Maybe it's just the titty tax or something. I don't know.
That's what it is. Maybe, yeah. I don't know, because I hear, speaking of, I just pulled up Destro here, and looking at his price. So, yeah, this is one Destro. I don't know if they made multiple, but, yeah, so he's going for $150 here. So I wonder if it's just the license for G.I. Joe figures, I'm guessing. I don't know for sure, but, yeah, because, like, the Power Rangers... I'm trying to think I think Snake Eyes was cheaper than this too. I could be wrong though. Maybe I'm misremembering, but you guys let me know in the chat or in the comments here. But yeah, from what I recall, I think ThreeZero figures are usually less expensive than that. But yeah, sorry, Dave, go ahead.
Oh no, this is one of those where like G.I. Joe is one of those IPs where the villains were way more interesting.
Yeah.
Than the heroes were. Like the heroes were just, you got Army dude. You got Navy dude, You got Ninja Dude. Ninja Dude is cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then, then you go over to the bad guys, they got their own Ninja Dude. And then they got this chick. And then they got friggin' Serpentor. And you got Destro, the man in the iron mask. Like y'all need to step up your game over there. Like, you need to get some marketing going, Joes, because these guys are out styling you right now.
Yeah, I never got into GI Joe. That was one of the ones that just for some reason when I was younger, anyways, that and Transformers, GI Joe didn't really appeal to me, and so I know. But like you said, the only main things I remember from GI Joe or I'm familiar with are the villains and the ninjas, both Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. Storm Shadow, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And who were like the one group in Cobra that was like the rock star looking dudes?
Dreadnoks.
The Dreadnoks, yeah. Those guys were cool as hell, man. Those guys were awesome.
I don't even know. Who
like they got a 12 scale figure of them right now as as a rock band. I'm like, dude, I want that. I don't even collect that scale, but I want that. They're freaking cool, man. And then you got the bald guy over on the Joe side. You got you got the dude with the football jersey, and he has bubble gum. Like, come on, guys.
Bazooka.
Dress it up a bit, Yeah, these guys are. Oof.
Yeah,
serving right now.
Yeah, the military guys are. Yeah, they're all really pretty basic, I'll say. Again, I haven't seen the show, the animated show, or the movies. I haven't seen it in the movies, so I'm not sure what if there's more to them than meets the eye. That's Transformers, but still, like they seem.
The Joes are basic, and Cobra is like New York Fashion Week. That's what's going on here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it seems like. That's what my takeaway as well. But so I guess I'm tripping here on the price because I went to go look at some Walking Dead figures also because I know that because I have their latest Rick Grimes and I don't remember paying this much, but yeah, they're all above 150. So I guess my mistake for some reason, maybe it was just the Power Rangers that were cheaper. I know they were more closer to $100, but maybe it was just them. But all the other figures seem to be more than that. So yeah, I guess.
Maybe it's changed recently.
Maybe, yeah. So my bad. Yeah, I thought they're more. Then I think, let's see here. S-Beam is also here saying 3-0 Game of Thrones figures were 160, 180, if you remember correctly. So yeah, I think you might be right there, Beam. So maybe I'm just misremembering. I thought they were cheaper than that, but maybe that's the exception, and the typical pricing is around, like S-Beam was saying, 160 to 180 there. Let's see here. We got Lopan in the house. What is up, Lopan? Thank you for coming through. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, Lopan, the man himself. Yeah.
David Lopan?
Yeah, David Lopan. Yeah.
Are you looking for the girl with green eyes?
Mr. Burton. Yeah, Yeah, man. Himself. I hope they make a figure of you one of these days. I would really like the 3 Storms, just putting it out there. So if you can pull some strings, I would appreciate it, Mr. Lopan.
That would be cool to have some Big Trouble in Little China figures.
Right? Yeah. Yep. That was one of my fantasy figures on Geo's stream. So the 3 Storms.
We need a Jack Burton figure.
Yeah. Aside from that sideshow one. Besides that one. Lopan himself, sir, says, I have that GD Toys Baroness. Still haven't taken it out of the box. Yeah, I like it. I just took it out of the box a couple of months ago, and I posed it up with the rest of my other 1/6 scale female like warrior fighter figures. And like I said, she's good. The hood, the cloak adds to it pretty well. On mine, the knee pad came off, and that was glued, and that's where I was mentioning like some of the glue may not be the best, or maybe not glued too well. So just kind of be wary of that when you do open it and you kind of mess with it. Just watch out for the glued pieces because they may come off pretty easily, but I'm sure I can glue it back on. I just haven't done that yet. So just keep that in mind, FYI, on that, Mr. Lopan. Thank you again for coming through, sir. I appreciate. I'm sure you're a busy man, so thank you for coming by the stream. Let's see here. Clinton Martin in the house also joining us. What is up, my guy? He says Snake Eyes, Storm Shadow. Yep, Cobra Commander, Destro, Roadblock, and Firefly. So he's not a G.I. Joe fan, is what my takeaway is from that. No, I'm just messing. Yeah, I'm sure he's into G.I. Joe. Most of these, Clint Martin also saying, most of these retail for like $160, but those are all guys. This is a female figure, so maybe that's why. Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah, I guess it was just my bad. It seems like they're higher price than I thought. I guess I was just misremembering. So thank you all for correcting me on that on that front there. I haven't. I don't buy ThreeZero figures too frequently compared to some of the other stuff. So yeah, I guess it just slipped my mind there. As Beam saying, don't forget about Sergeant Slaughter, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he was cool. He was
that
cool.
one sticks out. Yeah. Yeah. Mitchell Lawrence. Yeah. Nice knife, Mr. Button. Yeah. What was the final thing he said when he threw it back? He's like, goodbye. Right before he threw the knife. I think that's what it was. He's like, nice knife, Mr. Burton.
Yeah. I think it was goodbye, Mr. Burton. Was it?
Yeah. Goodbye, Mr. Burton. Yeah. It's all in the reflexes. Yeah. Awesome movie, man. I love that movie. I love that movie. Yeah. Thanks for coming through, Mitchell Lawrence. Thanks for joining us here. All right, going on to the next figure here. Sticking with the female warriors here, or the female roughnecks here, as I put in the title here. We have the VTS Revenge of the Samurai, of course, inspired by the main character in Blue Eye Samurai. Another great show, in my opinion. Saw this all the way through. Really good. It's kind of like a modern day Ninja Scroll, I would say. I mean, it's still set, it's a time period piece, but for those of you that are familiar with the anime Ninja Scroll from like the 80s, I think it is, 80s or early 90s.
Early 90s,
the exaggerated like blood and the fighting and all that. Like, this is definitely mature rated, R-rated. Really? Or I guess mature for TV shows. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh.
Nudity, gruesome. Yeah, it's all in there. So that's why
in all aspects, so I'll have to check this out.
Yeah, multiple aspects. It's like Ninja Scroll. So those of you who are familiar with that movie, that anime movie, this is, if you like that, or if you seem like you might be into that stuff, check this out. Really well written. Great story. So anyways, the first figure I've seen, anyways, based on the character from that show, this one here, VTS, again, 245 USD, so around there, set to also come out Q3 2025. Man, it's going to be a busy quarter this year. She doesn't come with much, but again, the character didn't really have much in the show either. So 8 hands, katana sheath, and then her long staff for connecting to the katana. Really good looking figure. I think we were discussing this on Collector's Figure there. Shout out to those guys, Beam and Blue and Michael Elliott. Linked in the friends of the channel also, so be sure to check out their content when you get a chance. Show them some love. Collector's Figure every Monday. They're here in the chat. Blue Beam are with us. Yeah, so they brought this up, and I mentioned on there the hat. Everything looks good about this figure, even the head sculpt. We'll see some photos of the head sculpt without the glasses and the hat, but it's just that the hat looks kind of toyish here. Maybe it could have been either sculpted or painted better. I don't know, but it looks just like a very like plasticky, like something you would see in like in a 1/12 scale figure accessory, but just upsized. And so I would like to see some. Yeah, exactly. I would like to. It doesn't look as realistic as it can be. So I just my point basically. So hopefully they can fix that. VTS toys or VTS, no shade, just critique right there. That would be something I would work on. But aside from that, I'm really tempted in getting this figure because, like I said, I like the show. I mentioned earlier, just like my Baroness, I have a bunch of 1/6 scale female figures and warriors. I got the Ruthless Blade recently, the 1/6 scale Ruthless Blade by, I think that was Pop Toys, and I showed it off on also Collector's Figure. The box, really awesome presentation. The box, the figure itself was just awesome. Again, that was Ruthless Blade, so I might add this to that kind of that shelf and that collection of female warriors and fighters. Tailoring looks good. The coat, let's see, I don't think it's, I might have to go back and check while you guys give your thoughts, but I think it's wired. Let me see. Okay, so here we're starting to see without the hat, the head sculpt here. Glasses are removable, and I think you can attach the katana to the long staff here. Yeah, and then it looks like you can. This is what it looks like under the robe, which is again accurate to the show. I don't want to go too much into why there's bandages there. I'll just let you guys see it for yourself. I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, this is accurate to the show. So if you remove the top robe, this is what it looks like underneath on the figure. Oh yeah, so here you go. Look at this head sculpt, man. I think that looks beautiful. I think it's really well done. I haven't compared it side by side to the actual anime, but just in general, even if it doesn't look like exactly like her, this head sculpt is a beautiful head sculpt. and like it looks like it's well painted with the kind of blush on the sides. I need to go also look and see if there's movable eyes on this. I can't recall.
She has this kind of androgynous look about her.
Yeah, there's a reason for that.
Okay.
In the show, yeah. So when you watch it, you'll understand why. It's again, great show. Oh yeah, so it looks like you can detach the bottom. What is this called again? It's the same on lightsabers.
Oh, the pommel.
There you go. Thank you, pommel. Yeah, and attach it to the staff there. That's cool.
Nice.
Yep. The katana looks well detailed. Look at all the. Let me zoom in here on the actual blade itself and on the handle. Damn, that looks good. The weathering and like the wood look on the staff.
That does look good. That right? Looks like it's wood.
That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah. See, this is how the hat should. Although the hat would be made out of bamboo, right? Typically, those hats are made of bamboo.
Yeah. Wow.
Whoa, look at that. Even the sheath. Look at that. Damn. That looks good. So yeah. Oh yeah. See here. Look at that. Now look at the difference. So you got the sheath that looks like wood, but look at the hat. I don't know. I mean, they're getting there. Mm-hmm. So maybe if they just painted it a little better, I don't know. Yeah, like X-Men said, it looks too shiny. I think that might be what it is. I don't know.
Well, the sheath is really shiny though. Maybe it's just the texture difference.
But it looks like it makes sense on the sheath because you think back on like what is that that layer that they put on wood to kind of polish it up type of thing. What is that called?
Oh
like
yeah,
lacquer or something like that. Or not?
Would you lacquer a sheet? You know what I'm saying? I guess you could lacquer a sheet. Yeah, I mean lacquer is they put on furniture. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the right term, but because it's more a sheath would be more like kind of I don't know. To me, it makes sense. I could be wrong. It makes sense on the sheath, but on the hat, I don't think you would want that. But that's just me. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know if that's typically done on a hat, but I don't know. Overall, I guess I'm just saying, just a little more toyish on the hat. That's just me. I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts? I'll stick with you, Dave. What do you think overall on this figure and on the accessories here?
Glasses are cool.
Yeah.
I like the glasses a lot. But overall, I mean, it's a cool looking figure. I'll have to watch the show because it sounds like it's something I'm going to be into.
Me too.
Yeah. No, she looks pretty dope. I hope I don't watch the show and then want to get this figure. That's what I'm hoping.
That's a possibility. Just prep yourself for that.
Yeah. That's the only thing.
Figure now.
But she looks cool. She looks really cool. Yeah. She's not seamless, is she?
It didn't say. I don't think it is. It just says highly posable body.
We didn't really see like her arms. They just showed like her bandages and stuff.
Yeah, I wonder if that's why. I wonder if they're just kind of trying to hide that. Because let me go back some photos here. Let me keep going. There's some photos where they just show the band. Yeah, like you said, up close on her back, but they don't show the arms. So I'm wondering if they're just kind of doing that intentionally. But she has these wraps here too. I wonder how high they go on her forearm.
Oh yeah, I know.
It's called Blue Eyed Samurai, you said?
Yeah, Blue Eye Samurai. It's on Netflix, I believe. That's where I saw it. Okay. Yeah. I think it's exclusive to Netflix. Yeah, it's really good, man. It's really good. If you guys, I want to say it's kind of like Shogun and like that whole obviously like kind of samurai sense and that what was going on. Have you guys seen Shogun?
No. I saw the original from the 70s.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of during that time period, I believe, in cool. I think it was Japan, where the Westerners, quote unquote, were coming and they were bringing like their guns and their cannons, and that was kind of getting involved in like, at the time it was like traditional, like kind of warrior type ways, and so like that whole that culture was adjusting to this new quote unquote technology of like these types of weapons in a different way. So it's kind of similar here as well. I think it was maybe I might be mixing those two shows, but I think that was during that time frame, and so that was kind of what was going on here. But yeah, there's some elements in the show also with this character also that I didn't mention that I don't want to spoil, but it adds another unique spin on things. It's really cool, man. Just her character and it's just really cool.
Where's this figure available?
It's on Giant Toy. That's a website. Where else did I see it? I believe it was on 1/6 Kid as well. Let's see here. I think there's a couple. There's some of the typical Chinese or Asian retailers have her up, so she's still pretty readily available. You kind of just do VTS. I put the link in the description for Kit. I think it was Kit, but again, yeah, shop around. You can find some other places. I just saw some other websites that had her if you're interested. Yeah, so take a look, see if you find a good website that you don't mind buying.
That shot with the wraps looks actually really good, though.
Yeah,
like,
it does.
Around her neck.
Oh, yeah, let me go back here. Like
yeah,
this one here?
Yeah, and if you go back, I think there's one more if you go back. The other direction.
This one here? Oh,
no, not this one.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. That looks really cool.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's like
cool.
Because they got the collarbones going on there, and it's like it's a really well sculpted piece. It looks like.
You're right.
But they are. Yeah. It does look like they're purposely hiding the shoulders, though.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I think so.
You're right. I mean.
Oh, you can kind of see it here too. Yep. Right here on the left.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
So just
I don't know though. Like this sculpt is so good. I wonder if that even matters. You know, it's like
exactly. Yeah.
Cause
especially if you're gonna have this like this with the coat on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to display her without that, I imagine the sculpt might be good enough to overshadow the seams, probably. Because that is a very nice sculpt.
Yeah, go ahead, Valkyrie.
I was gonna say I just like how they have the cape kind of like blowing in the wind. It just looks amazing, that photo.
Yeah, right. And I didn't see. Yeah, for some reason I'm not finding in the description. It doesn't say anything about. Let me keep going here. Let me go back. Check another website. So yeah, it doesn't say wired. It just says cape, but it doesn't say wired cape. And I didn't see anything about movable eyes either. So usually when like websites don't say that or the listings, I just go in assuming that it doesn't have those things, just so my expectations are already set. You know, so it does look like the cape is wired here though. So I would just go in assuming that it's not wired, just so you guys don't you aren't disappointed when you get it, and then expect the joints. You know, just kind of go in knowing that if you get this, you're going to be okay with joints, like we were mentioning on the arms. You know, worst case scenario, and then no movable eyes, because I don't think I paid attention to that. I don't think the eyes are moved in any of these photos. They're all looking straight. So yeah, if you still are okay with those three things and you want to go on in that, then yeah, there you go. This is a beautiful figure. I think, like I said, I'm leaning more towards pulling the trigger on this one, just because like I said, I really like the show. And even if I didn't watch the show, that just the figure itself and the representation of like this kind of, you know, kind of a female warrior in this like time period piece, and like I mentioned, to go with my other samurai / ninja female figures, it would be an awesome look. But yeah, just that head sculpt alone, man, it's just beautiful in itself too, like I mentioned. So I can get over the hat if it stays like that, the bamboo hat. If it comes out looking at that, I just won't put it on then, because like I said, the head sculpt's already great anyway. So
if I had more money than sense, I would just buy this, because because I friggin' every time I see like a samurai or a ninja or a cowboy type figure, I always think about how well that would work with one of my Wolverines.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And I'd be like, I'd have like a whole bunch of ninjas and samurai and all of that on my shelf with Wolverine, if I could, and it would be ridiculous and just completely out of control. But yeah, it looks cool though. It looks really cool.
Yeah, I'm almost thinking about buying it.
Right, yeah, I'm right there with you.
I'll have to watch the show too now.
Yeah. Just get ready. Oh yeah. Let me know if you guys do watch it. Let me know what you think. Because
how many seasons is it?
It's just a one.
Okay.
And it's set up to where it looks like there may be more. I can't recall if they've already confirmed additional seasons, but it's just a one, and you can definitely tell when you get to the end that there should be more seasons if it follows through. So yeah, it's really cool. Yeah. Let me know what you guys think after you do watch it.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
Let me address the chat here. Sorry if I don't get through all of them because I kind of saw the chat going through, and I appreciate you guys keeping it active and joining us and talking here in the chat. But I may not be able to get to everybody, so I appreciate it. So I apologize, but I appreciate you guys keeping the chat going here. Yeah, Clint Martin also confirming great series. S-Beam Ninja Scroll was good. Yes, sir. Yep. Clint Martin, this figure looks great too. Why can't Hot Toys do bases like this? Let's see here. Let me go back. I don't remember paying attention to the base. I know I said she comes with one, but or did she? Let me look back in the description here.
Yeah, it's just that little bamboo diorama.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah.
It looks cool.
Yeah. Let me see, where was it at?
It's simple, but it's really nice.
Processing. Yeah, the one's right here she's standing on. Yeah. Oh, there it is, right there. Yep. Yeah. If anything else, too, I heard some people. I think B may have mentioned this as well. That if some people might get third-party figures just for their bases, and this could be a good reason they kind of justify getting the figure. Like, well, I can maybe just sell the figure off and just buy the base, or try to see if I can find the base separate. But yeah, I agree. This is a really good base here. Also, you can pair with multiple figures. Let me see, where was it at? Oh yeah, specially designed figure base. Yeah, my bad. I forgot to put that in my notes there. But yeah, good call, Clinton Martin. Blue Eyed. Let's see, Mitchell Lawrence saying Blue Eye Samurai started off good and fizzled out towards the end. Oh, okay, didn't really like the ending on there. So there you go. There's one review there for something to keep in mind. Yeah, I think it's been a minute since I've seen it, but I thought it was good all the way through. But I don't know, maybe again I'm misremembering there. But yeah, overall it was still a good show, I thought. Let's see. Let's see if I can pronounce this right. Dogito. Now this was a figure I had to pre-order. I love this character's backstory. Yeah, the character, like I mentioned, I agree, man. The first, thanks for joining. I don't think I've seen your name before, but I appreciate you coming through and spending the weekend with us and chatting. Yeah, but the character backstory in this was awesome. I really liked it as well. Let's see here. Mitchell Lawrence clarifying here. Blue Eye Samurai's animation, but not anime. Ninja Scroll is classic. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good distinction there. Yeah, that is. Yeah, I don't know if I said it was in. If I did, yeah, I misspoke. My bad. But thanks for correcting me there, Mitchell Lawrence, if I did say that. The hat. Clint Martin saying the hat just needs some weathering, possibly. Yeah, something, right? It needs to be better painted or something. Something on a little tuning, and then it would be great, I think. Blue Tattoo here saying the hat by itself looks awesome, but on the figure it looks a tad off. Yeah, I don't know. For me, it just, even like off the figure, still, again, that's just my opinion. I think it looks like it could use some work here. Let's see, going down again. Apologies if I don't get to everybody's comments here. There's a lot going through, but I do appreciate you guys keeping it active here. All right, Clint Martin recommending, or throwing out some retailers. Yeah, 1/6 Kit Giant Toys, Sugo Toys, which I believe is based in Australia. I haven't bought from them, but that's another option there. All right, anyone else got anything on Revenge
I've never
of the
even
Samurai?
heard of Sugo. To check those guys out.
Yeah, I've only heard of them, but I haven't, like I said, purchased from them. I think I've heard some people have some good experiences, but I haven't. I can't attest to that. I can neither confirm nor deny. All right. If no one has anything else on this one, going on to the next one, we have the the Soldier Story Exo-skeleton Test 3. So Test 3 because there were two previous versions. Come to realize I have the first version. I didn't realize that was from the same company until I kind of went back and looked, because I was like, this looks familiar. But yeah, I'll go into that here in a little bit. So this is two. So there's two versions. There's a standard version and a deluxe version. Let me zoom in here so you guys take a look at all the accessories here while I discuss. So the standard version is $236 to $280 USD, and I'll go over the differences on what that is between that and the deluxe. The deluxe version is what we're looking at here, is $294 to $340 USD. Also, of course, you guessed it, set to come out Q3 of 2025. So yeah, I'm not going to go and list everything because as you can see here, there's like 100 accessories that it comes with. But that's typical of these Soldier Story figures on the previous two anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the deluxe, I'll just go over this and I'll kind of reiterate later on. But the deluxe comes, so the standard comes with, so deluxe comes with everything the standard comes with. In addition, the deluxe has a head sculpt, right? So an unhelmeted head sculpt, a bungee sling, and it has like another helmet with additional accessories for that head sculpt. There's like a separate helmet, I guess, that goes on that head, and it has like some sort of like helmet suspension system, a camera, and some other headset that goes on that helmet. And this also comes with, the Deluxe also comes with this panda head with this fur neck collar thing, and that's actually supposed to be, I don't know if it's supposed to be synthetic or wool hair, but it is fur. It's like a fabric fur, and the head is plastic. Let me see here. Night vision, monocular, and it says a bridge system, and then glasses, tactical protection glasses. So that's all in the Deluxe, in addition to everything that you get in the standard set. So it's a lot. Like I said, I won't name everything, but we'll go. I think there's a photo here that shows exactly what some of the stuff in the Deluxe comes with. But here's the panda head, again in action, that comes with the Deluxe. Yeah, it's like random, right? It's totally random.
That is some Fortnite stuff right there.
Yeah, I was thinking like Call of Duty. Also, it's Exo-skeleton, right? So this is kind of what I first thought of when I got the first figure, the Test 1 version, was Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt.
Yeah.
Emily Blunt. Yeah. Or / Live, Die, Repeat. I think they changed the title. Awesome movie that I loved. So I got it for that reason, just because of that movie, even though the character didn't look like Tom Cruise. So it's reminiscent of that. Like you said, Fortnite, Call of Duty, Apex Legends. Also, if some of you are familiar with Titanfall 2, that spin-off Battle Royale, Apex Legends, they use exosuits as well. So there's kind of like a lot of similarities there. If you guys are looking for figures that fall in some of those genres, this could be a potential there. Although I don't think this specific character is from anything like that. I think it might be its own IP, but again, correct me if I'm wrong. I did some research here and I didn't see anything on this. So I don't think this is based on anything in particular, any particular IP. So it might be their own. But yeah, a lot of stuff it comes with. So this setup with this helmet, this is the standard version. This is what you would get in the standard version. It comes with the same helmet, and so does the Deluxe. Multiple weapons and gear. If it's anything like the first one, the figure comes separate from the exoskeleton, and you have to. It's kind of tedious, and it might be annoying to some people. I don't know if this Test 3 version will come like this, but the Test 1 version, the figure and the exoskeleton were separate, and you had to actually like put the exosuit on the figure, and there's like a lot of like latches and kind of belts that you have to unhook and put back together, and it's like the as you can imagine, the exoskeleton itself is just like really loose and kind of it's just kind of like all over the place, and so you kind of have to finagle the figure inside and be careful and make sure you don't break anything. So it's going to take some work. You thought the belt on the NR Batman was annoying. Yeah, this one is just this whole suit you got to put on. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if they're going to change that for the Test 3 version, this one here, if they're going to put it on for you or what. So we'll see on that. But
well, they got a lot of soldier type figures, right, that have like the legit, actual, real world applications, like the vests with the everything that you can latch everything onto, and it's the actual way that it's done, and that's insane. That's got to be insane to put together. That's a pain to put together when you're actually wearing that stuff and it's real life size. I can't even imagine trying to deal with that in 6 scale. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Like all this. No. So right here, this is the helmet I was referring to. This is the head sculpt with the helmet. This comes with the Deluxe edition here. So you have all these attachments that go onto the helmet, and there's a photo with just a head sculpt. But yeah, X-Men, you're right. Just maybe that's what they're going for. Kind of that little more like realistic life. Like,
it's cool.
People who have to put on all that gear and attach everything.
Yeah, it's like super cool. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
But you got one
on this one? Oh, really? You said you think you want it?
You gotta really want. No, not me. I'm just saying, like, if you're into that, if you're gonna get these figures, you gotta want it. You gotta really want that stuff on there, because it's gonna test you, I imagine.
Yeah.
But man, this is cool though, and see, way cooler than GI Joe.
Yes. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, there you go. This
isn't boring. This isn't boring, Army guy.
Yeah, right. Let me see here. Where's that? Yeah, I give you one of these here. Oh, wait, no, here it is. There you go. Yeah, good point there. Yeah, better than Joe.
This is wow. Look at everything that's going on with that dude. That's insane.
A lot of gear.
Every time I see one of these, it's like, wow, they really dug in and like studied some stuff and went to work, man. This is ridiculous, the amount of detail and all the like all the little intricate accessories that they have. That is impressive. It is. I think that's very worth the price point. I think that's I think they do a really good job with a lot of, and I've never had one in hand. I've not seen one in person, but from everything I keep seeing, you know, in reviews and just the product images, it looks like they really go hard on their stuff, and that's, you got to commend that.
Yeah. Like I mentioned, like one of my last streams, it's just anytime a company goes into detail, I, for one, really appreciate when they do that, because that just takes extra work and time and effort, and that's stuff that they didn't have to do, right? They don't have to put in the extra effort, and a lot of times people don't notice, and so I try to make it a point within myself, although they'll never know, as the artists or in any media, in any art form, although like they won't know that I'm paying attention, I kind of think like, okay, I owe it to this person to pay attention to these details, and I just genuinely appreciate them. So that's how we got in that discussion about the cans, the monster cans. So I definitely agree. Whoops, I definitely agree
damn well there are collectors out there that have just a whole bunch, like they got armies of these figures, and they've got like some kind of diorama set up where it's just an armory. Whoops. And all the weapons and all the stuff. You got probably like boxes of frag grenades and stuff like that. They got a whole surplus going on, and it's probably sick as hell.
Yeah, one person comes to mind, Bob Dylan. I'm sure he's posted photos of his like John Wick.
Oh,
he just
probably.
Has his armory, like shelves, walls, like a little mini 6-scale diorama of like wall-to-wall ammo and guns, just like in John Wick's armory. He just has everything there. I'm sure he has all these laid out, all these like different types of grenades laid out, like it was like a black market or something. Yeah. Again, head sculpt. This is what the head sculpt looks like with all that gear, exclusive to the deluxe edition. Again, let me zoom out here, and here's what it looks like without all that, all his accoutrement connected. There's the helmet. Again, comes with the standard and the deluxe edition, and then here's the panda head with the fur neck. Yeah, that comes with the deluxe. So you can see what I was talking about. How the neck collar looks like it's like some sort of fabric fur, but the head itself is plastic. The helmet, I think it's supposed to be a helmet. But yeah, this does seem like some sort of Call of Duty type of suit. Go ahead.
Clinton's saying that's rolling eyes on the panda, is it?
Really?
Yeah. Which I was going to bring up here. Yeah, you see here.
Oh, wow.
Eyes on the panda. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? They added it on that panda head, but I don't think they put it on the actual figure itself, unless I'm missing it. Let me go back to the... Yeah, that's fine.
That is impressive. I mean, it's obviously it's technology that we've been using for a while, but it's just crazy that they went that far. That's
on the panda
head. That's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, it is. It is like a nice touch. Again, that detail there. Valkyrie, what are your thoughts on this figure?
I think it's really cool. I mean, like if I was really into this military stuff, I probably would pick it up, and I'm not eliminating that either, because I still think that I might want to buy this too. I mean, just might go with my Actually, I don't have any military figures yet, but I could see myself starting to collect just from this figure alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, Exo-skeleton, all that stuff. Oh, that would be awesome.
Yep. Yeah, and one thing I think Clinton Martin also mentions here. I know the previous figures that they had LED. I think the one I have has LED light up feature as well. Let's see here. Yeah, he's saying here light up features on the gun and the backpack. I'm trying to see if this one had it as well. Maybe I just missed it in the description, because there's a lot going on in the description. But I do know like some of their previous ones had it as well. Let me look here. But Clinton Martin's also saying Soldier Store has a bunch of cool looking figures. Their website can be a rabbit hole if you're into these types of figures. Yeah, just like Valkyrie was kind of touching on. Yeah, they have a lot of cool looking figures like this, of military figures. Let me confirm. Just going back here real quick and confirming. Yeah. Power, the Panda Division printing power backpack LED light up effect, along with the full face wear machine helmet. Yeah, so it does have some light up features on it as well. I don't see it saying anything about batteries or USB. I'm gonna assume it's batteries for the time being.
Yeah.
On that, I don't see a cable or anything, or it doesn't say anything about USB. So I don't know if Clinton, if you can confirm also if that's USB or battery powered. I don't recall seeing that one. But let's see here. Panda. Yeah. Rolling eyes on the panda sculpt. Clinton Marcy. Yep. He's also mentioning, but no rolling eyes on the regular head as well, as far as I can see. Yeah, that is weird, right? Yeah. I didn't think that is way. Yeah.
Well, who's using the regular head sculpt when you got that panda, though?
Yeah. Why use that? Yeah. Why use the normal head sculpt? Light up over here. It says right here too. Light up feature on this backpack accessory here. Yeah, paid more attention to the panda there. Showed some more love to the panda sculpt. Yeah, light up feature here on this one light on the helmet. Yeah, right in the middle. This does look more akin to, I would say, like Apex Legends Titanfall, which I do love. Titanfall 2 is awesome first person shooter game. The campaign in that game is awesome. It's short, but it's great for those who haven't played it. So like I said, I have a figure already I have the test 1 version, but I would get more figures. And as I was kind of prepping this stream for this figure here, I was thinking about what if they did mechs in 1/6 scale from like Titanfall 2 or something similar, kind of like what JoyToy does. I have some of those, but if they did it like in 6 scale, it would be big, but that would be pretty cool if they were pretty. Is it JoyToy? I think it's JoyToy. It might be the other. I always get JoyToy confused with the other company that does 1/18 scale mechs or 1/20th scale. Either way, they do like if they did it in 6 scale, really posable. That would be pretty awesome to pair this figure with that, and kind of again like the Apex Legends Titanfall 2 style setup. That would be pretty sick. But
the visor on that helmet, it reminds me of the Cobra Bat Troopers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That makes me want to see somebody make one of those.
What's Viper? Is that another group? Isn't the Cobra
Vipers? I don't remember Vipers.
Vipers. There's something else. I forgot what they were, but Cobra Vipers. Those are pretty cool. But the bats were actually the ones I wanted to collect. They're just
gotcha.
So hard to find.
Have they made those in 6 scale?
Not that I know of. I mean, just the. I think 112 is the biggest they made them.
Yeah, that's where I have them. I have the bats, and I think I have some Vipers in 12 scale from the Classified, the GI Joe Classified. Yeah, they have some awesome figures. Yeah, I have a few of those, quite a few Classified. I think including some of those 3-packs. Yeah, awesome figures.
Those guys were cool.
Did you ever get Pimp Daddy Destro?
No, I didn't get Pimp Daddy Destro. Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
Oh, you got that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I missed. Was that 12 scale also, the Classified?
Yeah, it's 12 scale. I took a picture of it, and it's like the only one. It's the only picture on Instagram where I got like 100, over 100 likes on it.
I'll have to go back and check it out.
Yeah, I'll find it and I'll send it over to you.
Okay, yeah, thanks. Yeah, I'm interested now to see because that one's escaping. I can't remember what that one looks like. I think I have an idea though, just based on the.
He had a lot of gold and like animal skin. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I'll go check it out. Dave, you were going to say something else about this figure or no?
No. It's crazy because it's like one of those figures with like I'm not gonna buy any of these, but God, I feel like we could talk about this all day because this is just stupid cool with what they've done with it.
Yeah, rabbit hole, right? Like I think Clinton Martin was saying, just like all the possibilities on this. Again, one of those versatile figures, which I like that you can kind of pair with multiple things. X-Men, like you were saying about the Blue Eyes, or I think it was Blue Eyes Samurai, just kind of, or the Western figures pairing with Logan. This kind of be a similar situation. You can compare this, like with the Deadpool.
So you get some of these guys. You could have a friggin' Weapon X breakout. Like,
yeah,
come on,
yep,
man.
Exactly. Yep. John Wick. You can compare him like John if you want to with your for those of you John Wick. These can kind of go up against there. Yeah.
Oh,
awesome.
I
love that when you can we can pair a figure with multiple displays.
Actually, I just found it. I sent it to you on Instagram.
Oh, did you? Okay. Yeah, I'll bring it up here in a second after our next figure so I can cue that up. But all right, going on to the next figure here. Okay, all right, here we go. Jumping into let's see. I think we'll talk about this real quick. I forgot I meant to remove it, but I think I added it in the with the figure links here. Let me look down. I think I had it also in the and in the description. So we'll cover it real quick because I just remembered also this was sold out. But sticking with 6 scale, this is going on to Mondo now. We're gonna get settled in because we're gonna be on Mondo for a little bit. To some of some of your guys' displeasure out there, or to some of your pleasures. I don't know. We'll see. But so we're starting with Evil-Lyn. This was the timed edition. Fortunately, it's already sold out. So that's why I was going to remove it because it was sold out. But I guess it'd be good just to kind of share this for those who might be interested and may look for it in the secondary market, or just kind of for your warehouse finds, or just your awareness to see that it's out there, and if you might be interested in another version, like a variant version of it. But 260, like I said, it's already the time. It was a time edition, so it's already come and gone. So hopefully those of you who did grab this were able to get it. But it's a cool figure with the accessories. How Mondo does with their accessories in their limited or time editions. You got 4 different head sculpts here. I don't know too much about Evil-Lyn, so I don't know if either of you can kind of fill me in on this or just provide some background. I do know obviously she's a villain. She's works with Skeletor. I know the basics, but other than that, I don't really know too much else about her. And like what the different versions here they have of her staff and what this falcon or this bird's name is, anything like that. So I'll just pause there and turn over to you guys who may know about this than I do. Go ahead.
That looks like Zoar, the falcon or eagle.
Was that the name of it?
Yeah, because she had her own, but Zoar was the sorceress who turned into a falcon, and this kind of looks like the sorceress version.
Well, yeah, because she did have hers to mirror that, but I can't remember any of the names of any of the birds.
Yeah, but wow, this is actually pretty cool. I mean, I know like some people like Johnny Marvel who collects Masters of the Universe. It looks awesome, but I don't know. Like that's like another slippery slope I don't want to go down. I mean, it looks great.
Yeah.
I mean, if I started this early, that would be fun, but Star Wars, DC, and Marvel is just taking up too much space. I can't go down another rabbit hole. But, I mean, temptation is still there, I'll have to admit.
Yeah. This Motu line is really good. Like, I missed She-Ra, and I was very upset about that because I really like that figure a lot, and I wanted to get her. And I've been looking back, to see if I could find her, someone selling them. And the problem with that is that figure was not so well put together, and they had replacement heads sent out, which you'll see if you go on like eBay and look up the She-Ra Mondo figure. A lot of people that are selling her will have the replacement head sculpt with her because there was something wrong with like the one that came out. So that was a pretty widespread thing that they took care of. But like, I've wanted to go back and get her and get at least like a He-Man. I missed out on Orko. Orko came out and that figure looks so freaking amazing. And all the accessories that came with it, I was like, I want it, but I'm like, I'm not doing another line. I'm not doing another, IP. And then they put Teela up, and I was like, man.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll go back and get She-Ra still, and then I'll have like She-Ra and Teela, and maybe I'll get He-Man too. So I got Teela, and then I got her in. I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing here? I got no place to put her. I got no place to put Teela. I got no place to put more Motu figures. I got her like months ago, and I still haven't opened her up because I'm like, I might sell her. I'm still deciding on what to do with her because it's a great figure, and I want to have more of these. But gosh, you got to call it somewhere, right? Like,
yeah,
like,
for sure.
Like I'm going all in on the X-Men line, and like that's. I think that's probably going to have to be enough for me for Mondo. And maybe eventually I'll find that, that limited friggin' Harley Quinn that they made. Because I really do want that figure a lot. Harley is awesome. But, man, I don't know. Like, they look so good. That's the problem, is they're art. And I freaking love art. And they're so you want to stare at these things forever. And and like, I don't know, maybe I'll keep Tila and maybe I will go back and I don't know, man. And the Thundercats line is out too. Like, man. They've only done Lion-O so far, and I had to really make myself not get Lion-O.
Yeah, same.
That was hard to do, man. That was very hard to do.
I like how they kind of took some liberties and they kind of made like a more realistic version looking of Lion-O too. That was kind of
yeah, he's super cool, man.
Yeah.
Can you imagine like getting him and He-Man, and then maybe like get another couple of the, and have like the Motu and the Thundercats together, and that'd be so friggin' cool. And I just cannot. I gotta stop thinking about that because these figures look amazing, and the nostalgia is there. The sculpts are so well done. The paint apps are so nice. Like, look at her. That's
nice.
I don't even like Evil-Lyn, and that's a gorgeous figure, man. She looks really cool. But man, I gotta, and that friggin' Beast Man. Oh my God, that Beast Man. Jesus.
Yeah, I didn't notice in that photo here with, let me see if I can scroll back to it, but that photo with her and Skeletor, and I didn't notice Beastman was in the background. Not this one here. There's the one. Man, these poses are awesome too. Like just all these photos here, how they're doing it. This whole telling the story. Look at this. This is awesome.
Whoa,
He-Man is cool.
Yeah, that's badass here. Yeah, awesome. Yeah. Shout out to whoever posed these up and did the photos. Man. Looking good here.
And they did Panther and friggin' Battle Cat.
Battle Cat. I
don't want to. There's no way I'm going to be able to get Battle Cat right now, because that dude is sold out, and there's no way I'm spending that kind of money. But dang, dude, Farfignugan.
Yeah, she does look great. Yeah.
This is Mondo, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
This is Mondo.
Good.
Like to your point.
When they show up, they show out, man.
Yeah, I got She-Ra, just because that was a beautiful looking figure, and I have He-Man, and I got Trapjaw. Is that his name? I'm already forgetting.
Trapjaw, yes.
How cool he looked. Yeah.
Oh, friggin'
and Skeletor. I got Skeletor.
What was it? Buzz-Off. That was a great figure.
Valkyrie.
The bee.
Buzz-Off, Valkyrie.
Yeah.
That
was it.
Here, right here. This is what I saw with Beastman in the background. I didn't realize he was here in the background. Look how badass he looks. So look how cool that looks.
He's big.
Yeah, I heard he was. Yeah, it was actually like a beast, like in like the literal sense, like size wise, not just like in obviously Beastman, but in size also. He's huge. That's a huge beast.
Yeah, this line is good.
Yeah. Multiple versions of Skeletor. Yeah, I have, I forget which version I have, but I have Skeletor as well. So I have like the main ones, but I think, I wasn't really, I mean, I agree Evil-Lyn looks cool, but not one that I wanted to pick up for the reasons that you were saying. Dave, just, I want to be selective, right? I can't get all of these because they're already pricey. That's a common thing. Like just Mondo, just like higher price tags. They're kind of more expensive for what they are. So I got to be selective. Yeah, and I have some X-Men figures as well from Mondo. But yeah, I can't deny that she looks great. The fabric cloth goods here with the cape and the cloak. Yeah, she just looks in the multiple head sculpts, different display-ons. But yeah, like I mentioned, unfortunately, it's the timed edition's already come and gone. So we'll see if they come out with the variant. X-Men brought up a point earlier on a previous stream that something I didn't catch. I guess I didn't notice, but. So when Mondo usually does like limited quantity editions, they have follow-on. So for the deluxe or limited quantity, they have like those are the ones that have all the accessories. But then their standard editions are the ones that have less accessories that would have came with the timed or the limited editions, right? But for the timed editions, they don't have the standard editions following right after, or even at the same time. It's just the timed edition in their 1/6 scale figures, and then sometime later down the line they'll do like some sort of variant that has the less accessories, but it's not the exact same figure. So I don't know what the idea is behind that, or why they do it that way. Do you know, X-Men?
I don't. They're not very. They always switch it up like that. Like they'll do a timed edition, and then they'll probably have a standard edition as well, or they'll have a limited and a standard, or they'll have like one limited or timed, and then way later, like with Gambit, they'll do a standard, or then they'll do like they did Rogue. They did a timed edition of
limited.
Rogue.
Was it?
No, they did a limited. It was limited.
Yeah, it was quick.
It was limited with Rogue. Like, yeah, and they had like a standard, and then they did like a repaint and called it the Uncanny version for one of the cons later on, and they did that with Cyclops as well. And yeah, sometimes they'll just they're kind of all over the place with the way that they release versions, but but they do often have, at least in the last year, I've seen a few times where they'd send out an email saying, hey, we've got like this many of this figure left. Like I just barely missed getting Omega Red at retail because I got the email and then I went on their website and he was already sold out. They had they probably had like 3 or 4 of them and other people already got to them. But
gotcha.
Yeah.
But you got him though, right? You said you got him?
I got him on eBay last week.
Yeah, I got you. Okay.
Yeah. He was the only one. Like everything else was like the uncanny variant that isn't like the animated style of paint.
Yeah, with the
which
darker
looks
red,
cool,
I think
but
it was.
Yeah, and he looks really cool. But I'm not doing that. I'm doing the animated stuff. So.
Gotcha. Yep. Same.
Yeah.
Yep. Let me address the chat here. Moose, I'm mad at Mondo. Yeah, yeah, I know you are, Moose. Yeah, you're not the only one though, and I'm sure a lot of people are mad at Mondo, right? Let's see here. Let's see. Moose Stream saying I've been listening to the CAH the last hour. Not sure what that is. I just received an NR all-in Batman. How much trouble am I in with the belt and holster? I don't have them personally. I just heard stories. I don't know if you guys can kind of speak on that, on the NR Batman and the putting the belt together. I just heard people like it was tedious and annoying, but I don't have it myself. I don't know. You guys have any thoughts on that?
No, I don't.
No?
I only have one NR figure, and that's Superman.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, Moose. I'm sure you already have, but just go check the reviews and see how bad it is. I just heard, it was kind of annoying, but again, it's just the one belt. You just got to take your time, be patient, and then it's just kind of hard to fidget with from what I understand, just because, again, it's a smaller scale, and putting all the accessories in on the belt, or maybe attach it to the belt first, and then connect the belt. But yeah, of course, I suggest watching some reviews and see the best way to go about it. But yeah, congrats on getting that all-in Batman. Clint Martin, yeah, she's so hot. That Evil-Lyn's so hot right now. Yeah, Skeletor side piece. Yeah, I figured as much. Yeah, Screech is the bird's name. Yes, not Screech Powers, not to be confused with Screech Powers, but the bird Screech. Yeah, she's basically, Clint Martin saying she's basically the evil version of the sorceress. Gotcha. Yeah, they each have to have a canon part, right?
Yep.
Let's see here. Feel the Burn saying She-Ra Princess of Power was my jam, but don't need the figure. Yeah, no, I get that. I know we've mentioned that before, where it's just like there's some things we just like, but we don't need to have the figure or the representation in our collection. Clint Martin saying they're making a Mo 2, which is Masters of the Universe movie. Jared Leto's going to be Skeletor, due out in 2026. Yeah, I saw that. I wasn't sure if that was confirmed or not. I wasn't sure if it was rumors or just kind of like in talks type of thing. I think I did see that he was going to be in it, and someone else a female actress or an actress. I can't remember who they said she was possibly going to play, but I think it was like another A-lister. Clint Martin asking if we think the Hot Toys will get the license. I want to say probably not. If you're talking about the movie, then maybe, but for the animation, the animated versions, I want to say not. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I wonder because historically, Masters of the Universe movies have not done well. and they kind of get that same, rap as like your standard video game movie, right? Which for some reason they still can't seem to nail, which is crazy to me. When you look at stuff like Arcane, that was amazing. But I don't know, man. I don't think that is there even a market for Masters of the Universe outside of
but I think it's
the US?
Oh, good question. I don't know. Valkyrie, I would say not, but I could be wrong. I don't think it's as big outside the US, but that's a good question. X-Men. I don't know, Valkyrie, do you have an idea?
I don't know. I mean, like, it feels like what do you call it? The market for Masters of the Universe for the kids who grew up in the 80s.
Yeah, exactly, right? Because that's why it was I think I was watching that that toy show on Netflix, like The Toys That Made or something like that, and I think they mentioned they specifically wanted to make a show to make toys for, right? It wasn't like the toys like the show came first and then, well, I mean it did, but they made this specifically with the intent of making toys and then marketing those to kids. So I think that was the whole thing behind it. So
the show was the commercial for the toys.
Yeah, exactly. And so if that's the case, then they were like marketing towards kids in the US. I don't recall them saying that they were marketing to like a global audience. I think it was just more for like kids in the US. So in that sense, that was back in the 80s, like you pointed out there, Valkyrie. But since then, it's still going on, right? Kind of like the Turtles.
Yes.
And so now in 6 scale. So I don't know if that's expanded since then. I haven't really been following Motu that closely because I don't watch it anymore. But I don't know how popular it is outside of the U.S. now, like in current times. I don't know if in chat or in the comments if you can enlighten us on that for those of you who are watching outside of the U.S. If Master of the Universe is big wherever you may be watching from, somewhere outside of the U.S. But I do want to say I wanted to watch that the latest animated Master of the Universe that was it Kevin Smith brought back? Didn't he write? I don't know if he produced or he wrote.
Oh yeah,
but he brought it back. Yeah, that's really cool that he did that.
I liked it.
Did you? Oh, okay. It was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it was all right. It's it's gonna be like, because there's not like a whole lot of. It's not one of those lore heavy kind of IPs, right? Like it's because of the way that it was made. There was no story first. They wanted to make toys and they wanted to market them, and that's what the cartoon was. So it was really simple. There wasn't a whole lot of thought behind who these characters are and all that jazz. So it's one of those things where anyone can take the reins of Masters of the Universe and make up whatever the hell they want about the backgrounds and whatever lore they want, they can have it. Which is nice. It's kind of malleable like that.
Yeah.
Is this the one from like the early 2000s?
No, I think
what was it called?
Was it like Revelations? Was it 2000s? I thought it was more recent than that.
No, Revelations was the more recent one.
Early
but there was like a 2000, 2000X or something such like that.
So
the one by Kevin Smith.
Tila has a head sculpt from that earlier one.
Oh, okay.
That they included in the timed edition or the limited or whatever it was.
I see. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is a big spoiler or not, but like the first episode, they actually killed off He-Man.
Oh, what? And that one you're talking about from the early 2000s?
Or it's the early 2020s.
Okay, yeah, that sounds more what I remember.
Yeah, early 2020s. Early 2020s. So that's like 3 years ago.
That's
that's
Revelation.
I remember that. I was like,
that's
when I saw that first episode, I was like, okay, I guess I'm done.
Yeah, all right. You're like, what? No.
Yeah.
Just like Optimus and Transformers. You're like, what? No.
Yeah.
What do they do?
I was like, I don't know what they're going to do with this. So I said, okay. The first episode was kind of interesting, but I can't watch it anymore.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah, that was Evil-Lyn. Damn. I'm over here saying at the beginning, like, we'll probably go through this real quick. Not much to talk about. 1 hour later. We're over here still talking about Evil-Lyn. Yeah.
Later.
Well, she got them thighs out. I mean, what are you going to do?
She's got more than that. Yeah, this is beautiful looking figure though. Yeah, so again, congrats to all those who were able to get this. Again, it was a timed edition, so it seemed like there was plenty of time. I forgot how much, but be on the lookout for variants that we were talking about that come out with in the future. Here, let me address some of these chats. Phil Branson, the only I have is their creature from the Black Lagoon. That's the only universal monster they did. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I'm sure you're probably disappointed when you found out they weren't going to do any others. You were probably expecting to collect the line, right? Knowing you as a fellow horror fan. I'm surprised you didn't get the thing, the McCready. But I mean, I guess that's not really he was in the horror movie, but he wasn't like really a horror character himself. So I guess I can see why you probably didn't. Feel the burn saying it has joints, but because of a design, it's warranted. I think you might be talking about the creature from the Black Lagoon there on that one. Let's see here. Superman was simple. Yeah, Moose Stream. Yeah, I'm guessing you're just talking about the cartoon, the Superman. Or you're probably talking about the in-art figure. Yeah, sticking with the in-art. Yeah, didn't have any belts or anything, utility belts. Superman don't need no utility belts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moose Stream saying He-Man and the Master of the Universe is a wholly owned and created by Mattel, right? It arrived in '83 with the worst fucking animation, even for the time. I was 21 at the time. No great love for that IP. Yeah, I mean, if you watch it when you were older,
it does not stand up animation-wise.
Yeah, but like back then, I was just really amazed, and that was one of the cartoons I did watch. I think I went back just to see how it was recently, and there was like a scene where like He-Man was just running, but they would run. He would show him running, then they would cut to another scene, and they would show the same scene again, like he was still running, but it's like the exact same animation.
Yeah.
Oh, it was funny. Yeah.
It also looked like. Do you remember a show called Black Star in the early '80s?
Yes. Oh wait, Black Star or Proud Star?
Black Star.
No, wait, no, I don't. I don't think so. What's that about?
So it was also done by Filmation. It was about this astronaut who gets stuck in space, and he has this thing called the Power Sword. And it's basically like an earlier version of He-Man, is what it is.
Oh, I think I do remember that. Yeah.
And there are like scenes like where they fly out like on a dragon, and it's the same sort of like scene in He-Man, and it was like, wow, they just like copied certain things over. Or
copy and paste it multiple times.
Yeah, Filmation did that. They also did another show called I forgot, Flash Gordon.
And Flash Gordon. Yeah.
And there's a lady who looks just like Tila in there.
Yeah, just for using the same shit. Huh?
Exactly. Yeah.
Doing it even in animation back then. Yeah, doing their thing. Mm-hmm. It's like they didn't know. There's no one there to hold them accountable. They're like, these kids will watch anything. We'll just put it out there. And I don't think anyone complained. None the wiser.
It was funny. I thought that was like stuff as a kid. And then I try to rewatch it. I'm like, oh my gosh, no, I can't do this.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Sticking with Mondo here. Let's see how quickly this one goes. But we've spoken about this before. I think we all share our thoughts. So I'm guessing this could go a little quicker. But next up, we have X-Men 97 Wolverine here from Mondo. This is also a timed edition. So this is still up now, $245 USD. I mentioned timed edition. This ends. See, so the time edition sale ends March 7th at 9:59 a.m. Pacific, 12:59 p.m. Eastern. And one of the main points that I'm sure X-Men here is a big X-Men fanatic and lover of all things Wolverine and X-Men was happy to see is that Mondo did adjust the height on Wolverine here to make him a little more comic accurate. I'm guessing that's how he is in the show. I can't recall like the actual height in the X-Men 97, but this one is standing at 10.5 inches, which is an inch under the previous Mondo Wolverines that came out prior.
And that's measured at the ears too. So that's not even counting like so he's actually even shorter than that, technically speaking, which is awesome.
Yeah, good call. Yeah, so from like the top of his head, I think he's about like 10 inches on there. So that's about 26.7 centimeters to give you an idea there. But comes with a lot of stuff here. We'll see multiple head sculpts here. Let's go here. So he has his angry unmasked portrait or head sculpt, standard unmasked, head sculpt, berserker masked, an alternate bare torso, which is cool, with a ripped shirt attachment that you can put on there. We'll see photos of that. 2 sets of hands, 6 detachable claws, right? So each of those claws are all detachable, and you can kind of interchange them between the different hands there, which is awesome. An empty cowl, so you can have that uncowled look to just have his cowl hanging behind him. The Sentinel base, which X-Men and I kind of touched on Geo's stream, of that. When I first saw it, I thought it was the same as the one that came with Rogue, but then obviously looking at it closer, you can see it has the claw marks on it, so it's going to be different. That wouldn't be the same one that Rogue would have, right? Hers is a little more facing up, like the head's facing up, and it's kind of like smashed in, and this is kind of more tilted to the side, so it's...
But it's also on the other side, too.
Yeah, an opposite side, so it's definitely... definitely
and it has like smoke coming out of it, and like little like sparks
the Rogue one
coming out of the eyes and stuff.
Yeah,
it's a whole different sculpt and everything.
Yeah, which is awesome, right? So they didn't reuse it; they just created a different one, which is cool.
Yeah.
Let's see, and an enamel pin. So it comes with a pin that I take it. It's just like literally just a pin that you can put on like your shirt or your jacket or something, or just wherever you want, basically. So I thought that was cool. That I don't know if that's the actual size or if it's actually a little bit bigger that you can. That's like a practical like accessory that you can put somewhere. I don't know. Do you know, Dave?
I don't know. Like,
okay.
They didn't say anything about that size of it. I don't think. All I know is that they didn't want to include the same accessory from the previous Wolverine, who did have the actual frame, and you could take the picture out and put whatever you wanted in there. Yeah. But they still wanted to include a nod to that, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool. Yeah, so you put it like on a hat or something, like a hat, a sports hat, or any type of hat. Yeah, it's like a practical. I like when companies do that. They put in practical accessories like that. The ring that came with the special edition Flash, right? That you can that you can actually wear.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Dave, I'll just go ahead and throw it to you again if you want to reiterate anything or just kind of go ahead and just gush about this figure again. Have at it.
Go back to the previous picture you were just on. That the way that the plastic there looks, it has this kind of fondant look to it, like it's a cake, and I want to eat it. That's
yeah, you're right. It does. Yeah. Is it cake?
Yeah. And I hate the whole "is it cake" thing. Let cake be cake. Stop making toilets. Stop making furniture.
Walls,
Stop making press passes. Just let cake be cake and stop being a bunch of damn Pinterest jerks. But it does look like cake. I want to eat it.
I just recently got into that show because my kids they started. I guess I came across their recommendations, and so they brought that up, and so we kind of been watching it as a family sometimes when we eat dinner, and it's funny. Can we all just play along trying to guess? But yeah, some of the stuff they do with that cake, man, it's just it's crazy. It's like
it's cool for kids because everything's new to kids, right?
Yeah,
so that's great. Yeah, but like for the rest of us, it was fun at first, and now it's like it's done. I'm tired of it.
Your smiles, started turning into like frowns. Anymore. Yeah, it's not cute.
Yeah.
So this photo here, I wonder if you can.
This figure looks great.
Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, I was gonna say, I wonder if you can connect somehow to Wolverine, or if they just kind of had to do like a balancing act here for this pose. I don't know. What do you think?
No, that was all photo magic. They were talking about that on the Toy Talk. They were like, "Don't do this at home."
Yeah, don't. Because also he's definitely shorter, right? We were just saying like this Wolverine is shorter, so yeah, it's gonna be okay. That makes sense then. Yeah, I don't know if. It's hard to believe sometimes whether like something's legit on the photos if they posed it well or if it's Photoshop. But that's good. Yeah. That's cool that they mentioned that. They're like, nope, don't try this at home. Well, unless you really like want to risk damaging your figures.
Yeah, if you're posing with Peter levels of display, then you can probably get away with it. Yeah, but the joints on these things is what I'm loving right now, because they started doing double joints with Cyclops, and so now I can actually give somebody the middle claw with Wolverine, and it looks natural. I got the Logan figure and I made him do it, but you gotta, it's gotta be real forceful. Arm. You gotta. He's mad when he does it. Because it only bends so much. But this guy goes all the way up, and it's great.
Yep.
I'm really excited for this
elbows and knees, which is Mondo's starting to implement now on their more recent figures. Yeah, which is good to see.
June can't arrive soon enough.
Who's that?
June can't
June.
arrive soon enough, man.
Oh, yeah.
June.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I know you're stoked about it. Valkyrie, you got any thoughts on this one? Are you picking this up, or just your thoughts overall?
What do you call it? I actually was a big X-Men comic book fan in the 80s as a kid. I loved it. I've been staying away from this because I'm like, slippery slope thing. You know what I mean? It's like, if I buy this, then I might start getting the rest of the Mondo stuff. That's what I'm kind of scared of. But I mean, it looks cool. It looks great.
Yes.
Actually, for me, Cyclops was my favorite character, and I was like, do I get this or not? But I'm like holding off. Let's see if we get another movie-accurate Cyclops in the future, if they decide to reboot it in the MCU. I mean, I'd be looking forward to that, but still, that Cyclops figure that Mondo made, it looks amazing. But I'm trying to not buy it.
Yeah. And this one here, the Cyclops, is this another version of the? Have they announced this version? I can't recall. The 97 or no?
Oh yeah, this one's already out. I have them.
Is this is not the Cyclops with the old school look with the full cap?
No.
Is that this figure? Or is this?
Oh yeah, no. They have him though. He's out. I think he's out. Or maybe he's still.
Seeing that one. That variant,
I don't know if he's been released yet or what. But
if this one here is also from 97, this Cyclops, but it sounds like it's already out.
Oh yeah, they started labeling it 97 with Cyclops.
Okay,
it's still
right.
It's still the same line, and it's the same packaging and everything. It's just now it says 97 on it, and they've updated like the joints. So there's a couple of, but it's still the same sculptor and all that. And these figures, the sculpts on them aren't exactly.
Say it.
They're kind of. I'm trying to figure out how to describe it. Like, they're not all specifically, like, if you look at them, you see animated X-Men, but like, they don't, when you have them all together, like, they don't necessarily lean so much one way or the other. Like, they all look cohesive, but like Jubilee, for instance, the sculpt on Jubilee, she doesn't really look like either cartoon and the way that she's proportioned and the way that her face looks, but she fits, you know?
Yeah.
Like Rogue has elements of the original cartoon, but she doesn't look exactly like, you know, like they're a little stylized, I guess is the way to say it.
Yeah.
But you know what you're looking at when you see them, right? Yeah. And like Wolverine, like the Logan figure, he very much looks like he came from the 92 series. Whereas this guy looks like he came from 97. But they both still work among the rest of them.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, this does look good. If I didn't, like I mentioned on the previous stream, if I didn't already have the Hono Wolverine, both the brown and the yellow tiger stripe, if I didn't have those, I think I would have gotten this for my Wolverine. I mentioned I did get the Sabretooth and the Omega Red, and so that photo we were looking at earlier, I kind of plan on doing something like that. I haven't done that in my display yet. Just kind of like when I actually get the time to sit down and start doing like little dial pieces, like for photography and stuff, I want to start pairing that, putting that Hono Wolverine in some poses with the Sabretooth, because Sabretooth looks awesome. But this also does look good. So for those who are just Wolverine fans like X-Men here, or just X-Men fans in general, and fans of Mondo, and picking this up, this is like a cool, a good looking piece. And how they implemented these the footprints here, the holes in the Sentinel head to stand.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a nice touch in this effect here. Yeah, so Mondo always does well with their accessories, but you know, there's always that common complaint or criticism about the pricing on that, and we'll kind of come back to that actually with our next Mondo figure here. But yeah, anyone else got any more thoughts on this Mondo Wolverine?
As soon as this guy arrives, as soon as this guy shows up, I've been wanting to do a display for a while because I have the So-So, Gambit, and Rogue, and I have them up there with the Sideshow Wolverine, and they look great together. And what I want to have is I want to have them facing off with the animated versions of themselves.
Oh,
so as soon as this guy shows up, that's the thing that I'm going to do. I'm going to have them displayed for a little while at least, like that, because the whole multiverse thing, I'm into it, man. I love
that's
it.
awesome. Yeah.
I want to have them.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Meeting up. Yeah,
that's cool. That'd be a cool display. That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
this is a cool pose right here. I was gonna say I like this look here. That looks cool. Valkyrie, you were gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna say for Wolverines, I have the Hano brown suit because I'm more of a brown suit guy. And then I do have the Wolverine from X-Men. What was that one? I forgot. Where they go back to the past or something like that. I forgot what it was called. Or that
from the movie?
Oh, yeah. Days of Future Past. Yeah.
Days of Future Past. Yeah, I remember the comic book series is based off of, but I have that Wolverine with a brown leather jacket and the blue shirt. So right now, that's all I have for Wolverine. But I actually do have the yellow suit Wolverine on pre-order from the last movie, Deadpool and Wolverine. That one that was a day one pre-order for me. It was kind of funny because I think I'm the first one who pre-ordered it because it said coming soon, and I was hitting refresh, and finally said up, and I ordered it. Yeah, that's dedication.
Yeah, but that was the full suited.
Yeah, the full suit. Yeah,
Wolverine. You said you got right. Okay, but you didn't get the hot summer Wolverine.
Oh no!
Did you pass on that one?
That's gonna be awesome. I got that guy.
With a TVA jacket, right? Is that what it was? The TVA jacket?
Yeah.
I don't know why they're hiding that now, though.
Yeah, that is strange.
That's so weird.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, like they got rid of all the pictures of him without the jacket, and I'm like, why did you do that?
It can't be good.
I messaged them. I got on there and they had the little help bar down there, and I'm like, hey, what happened? And they're like, yeah, they gave me like this whole like, I guess they got asked enough because they had like this whole answer paragraph they sent me back.
Template, copy.
Yeah, I took screenshots. I'll send it to you. But like, it was crazy, dude. It was.
Can you summarize like what it said, like the reason why? Or no? Is it too much?
I don't even remember. It said like, actually, I have it right here.
Oh, okay.
It said.
If you're able to. While you're doing that, let me go over this here real quick. So I paused this picture to show. This is what I was talking about earlier, where like this X-Men 97 Wolverine is shorter, a little more true to his comic height. Again, he's standing at 10.5 inches, and then the previous Wolverines that Mondo released is standing at 11.5 inches, and that again, that's to the top of his the ears there. I guess I don't know what you call those, the black, like the tips of that.
I remember what Deadpool called them.
The wings, yeah. Oh, yeah. What Deadpool called them, yeah. The handles, yeah. Or like to the tips of the Batman ears. Yeah, if you want to call it that. But yeah, or 10 inches the top of the shorter Wolverine's head, and then 11 inches the top of the taller Wolverine's head there. Yeah. And let me address the chat here. We got Mike P. Literus in the house. What up? Thank you for coming through, Mike. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good weekend, man. Tijuana Mike saying, I picked up this one, but I do wish Mondo does a Beast or a Storm. Yeah, I know a lot of people are asking for a Storm as well. Yeah. Beast might be cool. That would have to be really well articulated, I would imagine. As far as that, Mike L is saying, I have the Mondo brown suit Wolverine and love it. Yeah, man. Yep. Yeah, it's an awesome figure. I'm still waiting for that unmasked third-party head, though, to add on my one of those figures. So were you able to find it?
Yeah, I've got them up right here. So I asked him, I said, why are all the pictures removed, showing the seamless torso for the TVA jacket Wolverine? And they sent me this whole, and just to summarize, they said, he features the seamless neck and the elbow design. And while the specific images showing the seamless torso are not available, the figure is crafted with a highly detailed design, blah, blah, blah. And then I said, okay, yeah, but why? And
yes.
Yeah.
So they sent me a whole different thing that says, the image is showing it, it might not be available, but blah, blah, blah. And then they list out the whole figure features and everything. And I'm like, okay, but like,
they're trying
it wasn't
to,
a real
question, basically.
Yeah, it wasn't a real answer. And what's weird about it is, in their answer, they said specifically seamless neck and elbows, which now I'm thinking, well, in the pictures, the shoulders weren't jointed.
Oh,
so
yeah.
So why did you not mention the shoulders not being? And maybe that's just like, maybe they just, maybe that's just how they worded it, and it doesn't mean anything,
Mm-hmm.
But also now I'm like, are they gonna give us like shoulders with the seams?
Oh shit!
With this figure.
And for those who are kind of lost here when we're talking about, this is for the Hot Toys Hot Summer Wolverine, right? The topless Hugh Jackman, right? Dave?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's supposed to come with the TVA jacket. X-Men is looking into why, like in the recent photos, Hot Toys hasn't shown that. I know this is not that stream, but it just kind of brought up, so I'll just touch on it real quick, that in photos that you haven't been showing that TVA jacket. So, yeah, that's kind of weird. I haven't heard anything about that, but yeah, just FYI for those who are interested in that figure. Thanks for pulling that up, Dave. So something to look into. I didn't pre-order that figure, so I haven't been following too closely, but yeah, that's something kind of to be concerned with. I'd probably question that as well. Like, what the hell?
Sounds a little shady, yeah.
Yeah, it does. Little sus. Here's the info on that pin. 1.4 inches in emerald pin. So I'm guessing that's the height. I want to say.
Okay. Yeah, that
so
makes
to give you an
sense.
idea on that. Yeah, shout out to Tom Whalen. This is by Tom Whalen for the design on this one. All right. Anyone else got anything on this Wolverine? We got one more Mondo figure to talk about. All right. Yep. If not, here we go. Now, switching it up to 12 scale. That was all 6 scale. But sticking with Mondo here, we have Egon from the Real Ghostbusters. So this is the second figure in this line. I'll kind of bring up the previous one. But yeah, Egon, this is a standard edition here. There's two editions here that we're looking at. So Egon, standard is $101 USD. Standing at 6.5 inches. Comes with the let's see, an alternate scared head, of course, the proton pack with the thrower wand, ghost trap. Let's see, swappable trap cartridges with this mini ghost here, ghost bomb, some alternate glove hands, a particle beam. So it's pretty. Again, this is like right here, everything that comes with the standard version. I like the scared sculpt here. I like this ghost and the ghost trap.
Yeah, that looks cool.
Yeah, when they do stuff like that and they add a little accessory, that is cool. Yeah, again, Mondo and their accessories. So this is 12 scale. And I mentioned Egon standing, at 6.5 inches. Let's see, what else is in here? So yeah, I mentioned the particle stream. You can see that there, the little mini ghost. What is that ghost? I thought it said here. So there's that one in the ghost trap. What's that? Oh,
I saw. I think it said on the previous page or something like that what that ghost was, but I thought I did.
Yeah, I thought I took down the name here. Oh, let me go back here. Yeah, I'll keep looking here. Well, I thought I had the ghost's name here. Ghost Bomb, Ghost Withstand. It just says Ghost. So this is the standard edition, but there is a timed edition. So this is kind of what I was touching on earlier. It's weird that this 12 scale, they have the timed edition and a standard edition up for pre-order, but in the 6 scale, they just have been doing their timed editions with just that edition. There hasn't really been recently that I'm aware of anyways, and X-Men can correct me if I'm wrong, but they haven't been doing standard editions like we were touching on with the timed edition. It just seems like with the limited editions in 6 scale, Mondo has those up. They have those two options, but not. But with the timed in 6 scale, they don't put those two options up. So, but in 12 scale, they do, which is kind of interesting. So, 101 USD for this right here. So that people are already probably thinking that might be a lot. But now, if we look at the time edition, Egon with the Boogieman, this is $202 USD, so double the price. But they're including basically another figure, and so I'm pretty sure this is already going to be a point of contention here, or some debate. Is now this additional figure, this Boogieman, is that going to be worth another $101 to you all who are might be interested in that or considering this, right? Because you get the figure, another head sculpt with that Boogieman, and a set of hands. And it looks like it is pretty well articulated. Well, I guess I should say basic articulation. It does have some articulation as opposed to being just like a power pose type figure. But yeah, so $202 for this timed edition. This timed edition is set to end the 13th of March, so 3/13 at 9:59 a.m. Pacific, 12:59 p.m. Eastern. The Boogieman stands at 8.5 inches, so 21.6 centimeters. Egon was 16.5 centimeters. The ghost, that little ghost, the intro ghost, that's at 3.5 inches and 8.9 centimeters. So yeah, this is something. The concept, the idea is cool. It looks good. It looks, from what I recall, I never really watched the real Ghostbusters, but from what I remember, like some of the images I've seen, it looks pretty good. So those of you who are fans of this, it's awesome. It's cool that they're making this, but again, I know, just like we always talk about, right? The price on this it seems high to me. I'm not getting it regardless, so I guess I can't be too critical. But it just seems to, in my opinion, like from looking at an outsider's perspective, it does seem pretty high. And both the Egon figure and the Boogieman do come with stands. They don't show them here, but they are going to include stands. It definitely would need, the Boogieman would need a stand because he would be definitely top heavy, right? For that big ass head.
Yeah.
Got more head than he got body. But yeah, and here's the little ghost in the ghost shop. That's cool. So the Boogieman here would definitely need a stand for sure, but they're also saying Egon will come with the stand as well. So the previous one released is Peter. We go back a slide here. Peter Venkman. Same thing, standard edition, $101, and then this one's already been up, and it's already over the time edition for Peter Venkman, but that also came with an additional figure, this Sam Hain monster or creature. But yeah, now this one is up. So yeah, I'll turn it over to you guys, and either one of you can go. If you don't have anything to say, it's no worries. But anyone got any thoughts on Egon, the Boogieman, and the pricing on this 12 scale figure, or just overall thoughts? Anyone can go.
I think it's kind of high, to be honest. I mean, I like the figures. I remember, I think I was a little bit past that stage because I watched the movie when I was in high school already, and then the cartoons came out, and the only reason why I watched cartoons was I had to babysit my younger cousins. But it was kind of an enjoyable show, and I thought it wasn't bad. It was entertaining, and like the figures, not really something I would get, but they do look cool. I'll have to admit. Even that ghost, but at that price range, I don't know if I could do it. I mean, I could imagine like probably people who grew up on this stuff would probably like it, but for me, I would probably do like a Blitzway when they re-release those. I might look into that, but the animated version, really not so much for me.
Yeah. No, yeah, I'm with you there. I'm waiting to see how those Blitzways come out. But yeah, this, like I said, there's not really any interest for me on this one, so I'm passing regardless. But yes, for those of you who are interested, something to consider there. I know you're probably like, damn. But some of you may not even like care what the price. You're like, if you're just like anything else, right? Those of you who are huge fans of something, you're just gonna buy it regardless. We've seen that in multiple companies and different lines, right? There's just figures out there who just people like, just take my money type of thing, and they just pay it. So this is probably I'm sure there's probably collectors out there who feel the same way about this. So again, to each their own, right? Like I said, it's just my opinion. I think I'm passing, but if this is something you've been waiting for, you're like, yes, finally real Ghostbuster figures, then enjoy it all. Enjoy your figures, and hope you're happy with what you get. X-Men, any thoughts on this before we go to the next one?
Not so much. I did watch the show, and I had the toys that they had at the time, and I loved the show. I still don't understand why Egon is blonde. Doesn't make any sense. I think I heard an explanation for it at some point, but I forget what it was because it was dumb. But yeah, it was always weird how they did that, I thought. I love these little extra ghosts. Like, you got Slimer with Ray, and then you got or with Peter, and then you got this weird little blue guy with Egon, and it's funny because they gotta put him on a stand somehow, but it looks like they're pissing themselves. Is what it looks like. like when you look at it,
like
when
the
you look
ghosts
at
are
it,
scared of the Ghostbusters.
Yeah. When you look at it with just like the full stand, it looks like he's just leaving a big old puddle on the floor. Is what it looks like.
Yeah. He's like, oh shit, it's Egon. I don't know if that's how he sounds, but yeah.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Look at that. Just made a mess all over the floor.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's true. I guess it would have been better if they just would have made it clear, right? So then that can give the illusion at least that he's like floating, but to make it the same color as the ghost, that is true. It looks like you're all
and Slimer, he's feeling really relieved right there, it looks like.
Yeah. That's a happy release there, whereas the ghost that's like a fearful release. The blue one on the right. Yeah.
Yeah, I really find that hilarious and entertaining. That they did that.
I didn't even think about that, but yeah, only you, man. That is funny. Oh man, that is hilarious. Oh, and there's a trap. That's cool. A little trap. Yeah, the ghost trap there. Yeah, really. They are cool looking figures. The paint on the head sculpt here of this Boogieman looks cool, just like the overall look. And oh, it looks like the jaws are ticketed there. Oh, I guess in this one it's not, but this one it is. That's cool. I didn't realize that either.
I wonder if they're gonna do the Ecto.
Ooh, yeah, that's good.
And I wonder if they did, if that would change the minds.
I'm sure it would. Yeah, for some people, it would be like, oh, damn. Well, kind of like we talked about multiple times too, right? If they complete lines, people are like going back and then buying backwards and getting the whole line. But in the beginning, people aren't sure, so they're a little hesitant and they hold off. So yeah, I would imagine that'd be the same case here if they come out with all of them and then the vehicle or the Ecto, then be like, oh damn, okay, well now I guess I gotta go back and buy backwards. So yeah. Let me see what the chat thinks here. Thank you again, chat, of course, as always, for sticking this long, or for those of you who just popped in, welcome. Hopefully you're having a good weekend so far, and those who are catching on replay, thank you as always. Much love to you all. Appreciate your support. T. Mitchell Lawrence saying the Ghostbusters cartoon is classic. Used to watch it after school and even had the toys. Yeah, I had some of the toys too. I don't think they're from the real Ghostbusters. I think they may have been from the other. Wasn't there another Ghostbusters cartoon that they came out with?
Oh yeah,
I think that's the one I had. I had Egon. I think where you like the arms were up, and then if you pushed him down, his like head would raise, and then his eyes would pop out. I think it was something like that, where like they had like this fearful reaction. I had a couple of those myself, or may have been from the real Ghostbusters. Yeah, but they had like those interactive. You know how toys back then had a gimmick where like some action.
Yeah.
Featured.
Where you squeeze the legs and they do something. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. Yeah. I had a couple of those.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. And they came with like little monsters. Yeah. Let's see here. So Tijuana Mike spitting some knowledge on us here, saying also back on He-Man, it is still a international IP in Mexico. My wife has no idea of all that I collect, but she knows when He-Man comes in the house. She's from Mexico. Also RIP to the two voice actors. Oh, I didn't know that they had passed, so RIP to them. But, well, there you go. It's still big in Mexico. Wow, so it seems pretty popular there. I don't know, is that still ongoing? Yes, he says still an international IP. Okay. Thanks for that insight there. Yeah. TJ Mike.
Cool.
He's clarifying here the voice actors Ruben, Moya, Acosta, Mex, and John Lee Irwin. Hopefully I said those things right. Yeah, okay. So RIP to those voice actors there. All right. So Moose kind of here sharing Google, the real Ghostbusters Egon Spangler is depicted with blonde hair primarily because it serves as a distinct visual marker to easily differentiate him from other Ghostbusters. Oh, okay. All right, I was not aware of that.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that.
Makes sense.
Okay. All right, anyone got anything else on? Meh? All right. Okay, moving on. So this one, man, this one is, yeah. You know, we thought the head on this Boogieman was big, but this figure overall was just huge. And this is the Mythic Legion's Four Horsemen. I think it's Beyithirr. I want to say it's like Thirr because there's multiple R's. Usually when they have multiple R's, you got to pronounce that Thirr in there. So Beyithirr. I don't even know if that's correct, but so yeah, this is going to be crowd funded. kind of similar to a Kickstarter. I don't know if they're actually going to use Kickstarter or just kind of do their own typical setup for
like HasLab.
Like it's kind of type of situation. I don't know like what that's actually going to be called, but this is going to be their first crowdfunded, the Four Horsemen, their first crowdfunded project that I'm aware of. And so yeah, this dragon, man, it's huge. Let me see, go over to some specs here. So they decided on a price, $550 USD. Pre-orders for this starts on March 7th. So I think that's next Friday, or in a few. Yeah, this coming Friday. Yeah. The crowdfund will last a month. They need 2,000 units to start production. So they have a month to get 2,000 people interested in this. Some of the dimensions on here, we'll go. There's some photos here that show it, but this is from the tip of the nose to the tip of the tail. Like the fully extended tail is going to be just over 3 feet long, so about 91.4 centimeters. So it's going to be a big piece. 22 inches high from the bottom of his foot to the top of the wing. I think it said to the top of the wing. So 22 inches high. So and it just comes with the one head. That's all we have so far. The Four Horsemen has said that they will have more information as we get closer. So maybe sometime within this week they'll release more information on what it does come with. From what I understand, it doesn't come with any fire breathing effects that I'm aware of. Again, more details to come, but it does. Okay, because I know they said they mentioned that there's going to be an accessory pack that you can buy. And that will also include.
Oh, was it a pack?
A fire-breathing head. Yeah, they said it in their post here also.
Oh, okay.
This is on their IG post that a fire-breathing head will come with an accessory pack. But again, I don't know what all comes in that pack. I don't know if that's additional fire-breathing accessories or fire effects, and the standard will come with some. I don't know. So again, more information to come this week. Just keep a look out on the Four Horsemen IG account or their Facebook, and I'm sure they'll post it up. But man, this thing, so here's the head they're talking about. I don't think, I'm pretty sure that's what they're talking about. This fire breathing head won't come included. I think they're going to release this in a later pack. But if you guys are not familiar with Mythic Legions, really well done fantasy figures of different, kind of like Lord of the Rings, Dungeons and Dragons type characters and figures. Really well sculpted, painted. The accessories they come with, they come with fabric, soft goods. They're meant to be interchangeable too. So for like instance, if you have knights or human figures, you can kind of interchange their parts and pieces, some of their armor and stuff. Really well done. I have quite a few of them. I have all four of the. So again, they're called the company's Four Horsemen, right? They started off with the idea of making each of the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Obviously there's X-Men Apocalypse, but I mean like the biblical Apocalypse, right? Each of the Four Horsemen there, and so they've taken their own interpretations of that and made those, and so I have each of those on their respective horses, and I'm waiting for the last one. I think that's the Horseman of Death, Necromanus, I think his name is, and that I just actually got from BBTS. That's in my pile of loot, the horse. I'm just waiting for the figure. Because that was late, but that whole wave is going to be up. But anyways, so I have those, and I have quite a few others, but they do good work, man. So shout out to Horsemen and all they do. They do good stuff. This is just sale to just kind of emphasize the dragon here and kind of just show what I mean. Like the sculpting, you can already see the sculpting, the painting, the type of the dragon here. Awesome. I think they will include extended wings and wings that are pulled down. So I think that's something that I believe I had read that they will include with this. I don't think they're going to be articulated wings. So just two different styled like looks or setup wings. Oh, what happened here? Back to So here's again showing the overall length. So here it looks like at 54 inches. Wow, that's way more than 3 feet. Whoa. 54 inches from fully. Wow. I just said over 3 feet, but 54 inches from the tip of the nose to the extended tail here. Can you guys see that? Looks like it's glitching on my end.
Okay, looks like it's better. It was glitching, but looks like it's better now.
Okay. Was everything just glitchy or just the photo of the figure?
Oh, it stopped glitching like maybe like 30 seconds ago.
Okay, but our videos
I was
were
seeing
fine.
and hearing glitching, but like I thought maybe it was just me with a low signal, so I didn't say anything or think anything about it. But like,
okay, gotcha. Okay, yeah. Let me know if you guys notice that, because I don't. Yeah, because I may not see it until it's too late. But yeah, just keep me posted. But yeah, this overall, this is yeah. Is it? Well, it has inches right here.
Wow.
No. One mark is inches, 2 is centimeters.
Wait, where are you looking? Nearly 6 feet long, 70 total inches from end of flame to tip of tail.
Oh no, it is inches. Oh shoot, I'm backward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because it has like the two like the quote marks. Yeah.
Wow.
Holy, yeah, that's way long. Yeah, because in the description it said over 3. Well, I mean technically it is over 3 feet, but you would think they would have said like closer to like or more than 4 feet. But damn, yeah, holy shit. Yeah.
Well, see, I'm 64 inches tall and I'm 5'4". So if this is 54 inches long from face to tail, that's over 4 feet.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 feet. Yeah, is
that's bigger. It's longer than the Batmobile, than any of the Batmobiles that Jazz Inc. has put out.
Holy shit! Yeah.
Damn.
That's gonna be huge. So keep that in mind. You're definitely gonna need some space. This is gonna be one big. That's a huge beast. But this, yeah, I'm really tempted in this because, for one, I have one of the things that I love to collect among all the other stuff I have is dragons. So I have like various kind of dragons. The first ones that I got were the McFarlane dragons from way back in the 90s, like the first wave. You know how he's done multiple, and the in smaller scale. Yeah, so I have all the first wave of dragons. I have those kind of sitting above my DIY shelf, my garage shelf, on top, on the very edge. So they're kind of all overlooking like the room is how I set it up. And so yeah, I like dragons and dragon-based things. So when I saw this, I haven't bought too many, but when I saw this, like this is just appealing overall. Mythic Legions, again, I'm a fan of their work and what they do, and yeah, this looks cool. So I think if I do get this, it's gonna sit on that top shelf, kind of overlooking again the room with all the other dragons, the McFarlane dragons, just surrounding him, and yeah, it's just gonna be huge. I just happen to have a spot up there, like on the middle of that very top rack. And so I think I might pick this. Yeah, it's going to be huge, but unfortunately I have a spot for it right now, currently. So yeah, this just looks awesome. I'll turn over to you guys here. Any thoughts on this?
Looks amazing.
Okay, so the
go ahead.
Yeah. I was gonna say I just looked it up. The Jazz Inc. '89 Batmobile. It is 43.56 inches in length.
Holy shit!
So
this is longer than the Batmobile. Damn.
Yeah, this is well over that.
Yeah,
almost a foot longer.
That gives you an idea there.
Wow. That's
This
insane.
it is insane. I wonder if this tail is going to be wired, because I don't see, unless they hide it.
It's segmented.
Is it?
Yeah, it does look like it.
Yeah, at least what they showed at the con was segmented. They had it set up, and I was watching a video about it, where each little segment there that you see that looks like scales, those are each links.
Oh,
so it can be
kind of like
turned and posed.
Yeah,
and the head I think is kind of, the neck I think is kind of the same way. So
yeah, I can see it here. There's
you can so you can work around that length a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly where I was going. Yeah, you can kind of bend it around. The tail might be kind of similar to like the Hot Toys Doc Ock tentacles. There, how like each piece is like has like a joint in it, or you can articulate each piece.
Yeah,
it kind of seems similar.
It looks really good. I don't collect Mythic Legions, but I watch a lot of videos on them. They're really cool figures. But man, I want this dragon, and I have no business having this dragon, but I want it.
Yeah, same. Yeah, this looks really cool, man. I don't think I've seen anything else like this from any other company that I can think of at the moment. But again, if you guys in the chat and the comments let me know, this is huge, man. Look at this right here. It just looks badass. But as some people pointed out, like I saw in some of the comments in some of their videos, $550 USD is the price just for the dragon, the accessories, right? Then you still got to account taxes and shipping. Oh man, yeah. So it's gonna be well over 600 plus USD. So just keep that in mind.
And then maybe that little orange tax over the top.
Yeah, the orange. Yeah, yep. So it's gonna be pricey. You have to really want it, like we were saying about, like you mentioned earlier. I forgot what figure you mentioned, but you have to really. Oh, that exoskeleton suit, and how tedious that was. Like this one, you also have to really want this one. But this is beautiful, yeah. Looks great.
It's beautiful. It really is.
Yeah.
I just can't. It's gonna be way too big for what I have here.
This is one of those things that if you're into Mythic Legions and you miss this, you're gonna be upset about it.
Yeah,
I feel like.
On the other hand,
but also,
yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, like, also I feel like there's an application here for the D&D crowd too, right? Like, if you're doing like miniatures in your games, and you just want a giant ass dragon for no reason, just to be that DM, then there you go. Here's your giant unbeatable dragon that you can just have all kinds of fun torturing your players with. This is that guy.
No, for sure. Yeah, and I think they probably have that in mind. You're right. Yeah, I think like I haven't played D&D, like the actual like tabletop version, or actually any version, but to have this sitting like on the table, like kind of hovering over like the rest of either the map or the board or however what the setup is. Yeah, I can definitely see that happening again. People
like I can see Joe Manganiello having this on his table in his game.
Yeah. Yeah, or even like have them all like groups, the standard D&D groups kind of all pitch in, like, hey, let's all pitch in for this dragon. They may do that too, and then they can all kind of share it, and it's like rotate it around the houses. Like, it'll be like all of ours, but we'll just keep it at my place, type of thing. So that could be a thing. I can definitely see that happening. Yeah, good point, good call there. Valkyrie, got any thoughts on this?
I was thinking about size. It kind of reminds me of, I mean, it's not exactly the same, but the that Star Wars lizard on Tatooine with a Stormtrooper rider.
Lizard on Tatooine.
Oh, the dewback.
Dewback, yes. Thank you.
Yeah, okay.
I was thinking it was like probably. So I was thinking about buying that for a little bit, but I kind of realized my family would say no to it because it was just so huge. I mean,
the Baroness would make you return it.
Yes.
This dragon.
I mean, I still think of it kind of like that. Just it looks amazing. It's like this huge thing. It would be awesome to have, but at the same time, it's like if someone walked in my house, they'll be like, "You haven't grown up yet, have you?"
Yeah. Nope. Never will.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. But, no, this is definitely awesome. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's awesome, but I'd say not for me, but it would be a great addition to anyone else's collection.
Yeah, no, for sure. Definitely high, a focal point in your collection, like a standout piece for sure. Yeah. So let's see what some of the chat here thinks. Mitchell Lawrence kind of touching back on He-Man confirming He-Man is still big here in the UK. Oh, okay, nice.
Oh, wow.
Interesting. Okay, so that's interesting. So Mexico and UK. Wow, okay, so there you go. So no wonder He-Man is still going strong then, because there's definitely still a market for it outside of the US. All right, thanks for that input there, Mitchell Lawrence. Tijuana Mike saying, guessing in regards to Mythic Legions, I love this IP, but I just can't do it. Yeah, this is another, we going kind of touching on Hot Toys and other certain lines and IP within Hot Toys. We're like, I can't do Ahsoka because that line is so deep. Mythic Legions, like this that's a rabbit hole right there. That's more like a foxhole. It's huge, or just like a crater hole, because there's like so many figures, different lines within Mythic Legions, and then they have Cosmic Legions now, which are more like space themed. So it's just it's huge. But as like with all, like we were saying earlier, like with everything else, you can pick and choose. So that's what I've done. I kind of pick and choose the ones that appeal to me. But even then, it's a lot. So I definitely hear you on that one. King Churro. Clint Martin, but thanks for that feedback. Yeah, letting me know that no pun intended that I was breaking up, but I'm good now. Yeah, let me know in the chat too if you see anything weird, and I'll see if I can correct anything on my end. Yeah, Hasbeam. Yeah, that's a huge fish. Interesting piece, though. Yeah. Hasbeam also saying McFarlane did awesome on those first dragons. Don't tell Michael Elliott. Yeah, I won't say anything yet. Yeah, those I really like those dragons, man. Those dragons are cool, well detailed and painted as well. Moose is asking, isn't Mythic Legions like 20 plus years old? I'm too far behind. I don't know actually when they started. I can't recall. I have to look. I don't know if they're that old. I could be wrong though. I know they've been around for a little bit though. But all right, if no one has anything else on this one, we will go on to the next one. All right, going on to cut it early. Here we go. Still in 12 scale. We're switching over to Storm Collectibles now. We have so Street Fighter Ken from Street Fighter Alpha 3. This is Storm Collectibles, not JoyToys. I know I went over the JoyToys versions on previous stream before, and I'll throw those up. I'll put that link in the description below afterwards if I remember to that figure lowdown. But yeah, so now we have, here comes a new challenger, another challenger for Street Fighter characters, right? So I mentioned JoyToys. There's SH Figure Arts by Bandai Tamashii Nations. They did some Street Fighter characters, more expensive, more pricey. And in those previous figure lowdown episodes, I kind of showed like an actual comparison between the JoyToys and the SH Figure Arts. But now we have Storm Collectibles and their new, what they call Arena line, right? So Storm Collectibles has done Street Fighter figures before, and those are, I think those are from like Street Fighter 4 or other versions of Street Fighter. But those are like kind of like in their standard Storm Collectibles height, which they said was 1/12, but it's more like kind of 7-inch 1/10 scale. They're a little taller. So this new Arena line is supposed to kind of correct that and make it more consistent with other 1/12 scale figures out in the market, right? So your Marvel Legends, your Black Series, your SHF, speaking of, that are kind of leading a little more, shorter. So that's what this arena, the Storm Arena, is supposed to. That's what they're focusing on. That's what they're emphasizing here. And so they have the Street Fighter Alpha 3. I just realized I wasn't sharing the screen. Street Fighter Alpha 3 here. Ken, so 1/12 scale, supposed to be quote unquote true 1/12 scale. And I'll pull up a comparison of the JoyToys version, but these are going for $26 each. 27, I think I saw it on BBTS, so it's around that price range, $26, $27, set to come out pretty soon, actually, Q2 of this year. And so Ken has, you can see, 2 head sculpts, 3 pairs of hands, his kind of fire flame effect, and then a clear stand. And again, I'll compare it here with the JoyToys so you guys can see the difference. And then we'll go through some photos here. They also, Ryu, they just put up Ryu for pre-order here recently also. We'll take a look at Ryu, but it looks pretty good, distinguishable by the long hair, Ken's long hair. That was his look in the Alpha series, compared to like the shorter hair in the like Ultra Street Fighter or the more common Street Fighter games, or more recent, I should say. But yeah, so really close compared to JoyToys. The articulation is going to be almost identical. The only difference being that Storm Collectibles here is adding toe articulation, and then the design of the joints, the aesthetic of it looks slightly different. Well, I'll see if I can point that out in the with the JoyToys in this one here. But just like the actual engineering of how they implemented the joints is slightly different, so that kind of has a different look. So you guys can kind of see that. But yeah, we'll go just kind of show these. And here's Ryu. So speaking of, let me switch over to Ryu or Ryu, however you prefer to pronounce it. Again, same price, $26, $27. Ryu comes with 2 head sculpts, 2 pairs of hands, his Hadouken or / fireball effect, and a figure stand as well. So you got, again, Alpha from Alpha 3. So they have like a younger look to them. Texture on the suits, which is kind of awesome. Kind of like this cross hash pattern on the suits, similar to JoyToys. And some people, kind of are making the joke now that they Storm Collectibles are kind of looking over what Jada's doing, or JoyToys kind of sparked some interest, or at least some competitiveness in other I'm blanking other company manufacturers. And I brought this up actually too because JoyToy has been killing it, man, like with their figures and the Street Fighter figures for the price point, like $25, and some of the stuff they've been including, the articulation, the sculpts, and the paint, really great stuff. And they have been killing, they continue to kill it. And so I think other companies have taken notice, and I was saying as much too, like hopefully JoyToy has are leading by example, and they've inspired, or they're kind of having other companies like looking at it and being like, oh damn, okay, maybe we need to rethink how we do figures. And this seems like, obviously Storm Collectibles won't come out and they won't say it, at least I don't think they will, but it seems like they're kind of affecting Storm, at least so far. And I kind of liken that to, in stick scale form, people were saying when InArt came out, that encouraged Hot Toys to kind of rethink some of their things and their strategies and their features and their figures overall, and they started implementing something. So a lot of us were speculating, okay, well, now that InArt came out with what they're doing, their rooted wool hair and some of the things they're doing, Hot Toys is then kind of like that motivated them to kind of switch things up and things like that. And so, as we mentioned before, previous streams, competitive, right? The competitive nature, competitive drives innovation, it drives this other competing companies, that drives competition, obviously, hence competitiveness. And but in the end, we win as the collectors, right? As the consumers, the people who buy this stuff, and it benefits us, right? So it's awesome to have other companies like that, like JoyToy, come out and challenge other companies and be like, well, hey, this is what we're doing, and we're going to do it this way, and do a good job. So it's awesome. Let me bring up the comparison here. So here on the left we have the JoyToy version and the Storm Collectibles Arena figure we were just looking at. This is just Ken here, and you can see the JoyToy also comes with 2 head sculpts. Comes with 2 pairs of hands though, as opposed to the Storm Collectibles. JoyToy comes with the Fireball Hadouken set, and then the Storm Collectibles has that flame effect for his Shoryuken. I forgot to put that sound effect in there, but yeah, so a different effect there. The JoyToy doesn't come with the figure stand, but it does come with the stand for the Fireball effect, whereas the Storm Collectibles has the a figure stand, like a stand for the figure itself. So some slight differences there, so you can kind of see it as maybe paying $1 or $2 more for the Storm Collectibles one and getting a little bit more. In addition to toe articulation, like I mentioned, there's toe articulation in the Storm Collectibles Arena one versus the JoyToy figures. So yeah, so something kind of just to look at. Again, there's options, right? Options. Us as consumers, it's better to have multiple companies doing a certain figure versus like one company just kind of like monopolizing on that IP or that character and just getting all the benefits. So again, like I mentioned, competition is good for us all around. And so we're seeing it here. These are the effects of that. But now you got options, right? We mentioned earlier with the Baroness, the GD toys, those 2 ghoul-like figures, or the characters inspired by ghoul. Accessories, more accessories versus a lower price. Same here, 12 scale. It's on multiple scales, right? It's going all over, affecting multiple companies here. And I'll show the Ryu here. But while I'm showing this, I'll turn over to you guys. You guys have any thoughts on Street Fighter, fans of Street Fighter at all, or interested in this?
I was a big fan of the games. I remember like in college, I used to play Street Fighter all the time in the arcade. When there were arcades. And then later on, I would get it for my Super NES and then the PlayStation. And I actually have it on my iPhone too, which is interesting.
The game Street Fighter?
Yep. Let's see if I still have it here, because I don't know.
Wow.
If it's old. So let's see.
I was gonna say you don't mind playing it on there? Imagine with the touchscreen and not having as many buttons, it'd be like really annoying to play. But I guess you don't mind.
it's a touch screen. So let me just see if I could. There it is.
Interesting.
Here.
Let's see. Enhance. Oh, nice. Hey, look at that animation.
Yeah.
So bad. I think that's Street Fighter 6 or 4.
Actually, Street Fighter 4.
There you go. Yeah. Yo, wait for it.
The gameplay is pretty good, but it's only a one-player. It can only be a one-player game, unfortunately.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, this is Yeah, same. I'm a big fan of Street Fighter, and I have quite a few Street Fighter figures already. Like I mentioned, I have the SHF and the JoyToys, and I got the iconic 6-scale Ken and Ryu also. Ooh. And so, yeah, definitely, like others mentioned, I want to do that Marvel vs. Capcom kind of setup and display. Again, when I make time to start doing photography and get into it and pose up figures, I kind of have that little display. I've already seen some people doing it, which look great. Kind of have their MVC photos and displays going. That's awesome. Love to see it. Yeah. Sorry, anything else, Valkyrie?
Just gonna say, I don't collect the Street Fighter 2 figures, but I mean, there's a lot of nostalgia for it for me. I mean, I loved it. I mean, for me, I would just buy Ken and Ryu. That's really about it.
Yeah. Yep. I hear Hadouken. I can hear my head.
Yeah.
Dave, X-Men. Any thoughts on this or on the comparison between the two?
Not really. It's like everybody else. I played the games a lot. I remember playing the hell out of Street Fighter Alpha 2 on my Super Nintendo back in the day, and I loved the heck out of that game. And and even up through all that, and like the Marvel vs. Capcom and all those games, I would always be. I remember I would always have like Ryu and friggin' who else did I have? I would always like Ryu and Wolverine
Vega.
On friggin'
on your team
on the Marvel vs. Capcom. Those would be that'd be my team the whole time. I wouldn't play anybody else.
Yeah.
But but they were a lot of fun. As far as the figures go, I'm glad that I'm not collecting smaller scales because they cost so much less, which means you're like, well, I can buy more, and before you know it, I can't do it, but they look cool. I always like them when I see them. I would love to get into some of the 6-scale ones, but again, those are more pricey, of course, and they take up more space, and I've got already more than I know what to do with at the moment. So I'm still working all that space out. But no, those are really cool figures when you see them. I like them a lot in 6-scale, especially because more detail and they look really good, and all that. But not for me, but they're really neat.
Gotcha. Yeah, they're like the mini like the mini cupcakes or the mini cookies. You figure like, oh, they're small enough. I can have 10. That equals like one normal cookie or one normal cupcake. You just start like pounding them. Get you in trouble. They'll get you in trouble. Yeah, watch yourselves there. But so the Ryu here, comparing the Jada and the Storm Collectibles. So as you can see, kind of similar to the Ken. They both have 2 head sculpts, but the JoyToys has 2 pairs of hands. Actually, the Storm Collectibles has one too. They both have the fireball effect, and the Storm Collectibles adds the stand for the Hadouken effect, the fireball effect, and the figure stand there. So 2 different stands. So actually, this one might be, in my opinion, it might be better to go with the JoyToys. It's like $1 or $2 cheaper, but you get about the same amount of stuff. So. But it comes down to preference, right? Do you want the alpha look, or do you want the JoyToys are doing the Ultra Street Fighter figures, and so that's the difference there. So I guess if you don't really care either way, the price difference of $1 or $2, and you just want to go for the aesthetic, there's that too. So alpha versus Ultra Street Fighter figures, which one do you want? Yeah, and JoyToys, they have already done a lot. I think they're already on wave 4 of their Street Fighter figures, and they're all pretty great. I have a few of them. Not all of them, again, there's a lot, but they're doing JoyToys, man. Shout out to JoyToys, continue to do good work out there as well, and inspiring other companies, or at least having them look over in your direction and sparking some change there. This is, if what I'm thinking is true, this is a good start there. So Storm Collectibles looking your direction as well. So keep doing what you're doing, JoyToys. It's always good to see companies like that in any industry, in any market, kind of leading some change there for us collectors. Change for the best, so I think. So that's awesome. Let me take a minute here to say what is up to 1-6 Shooter in the house. Trevor, thank you for joining, man. I know you're busy. Thank you. Hope you're having a good weekend so far. He says 10 years, so I think that's what he's referring to, the question about Mythic Legions and how long they've been in the business and been in the game, because as you don't know, 1-6 Shooter does great photography work. He does work for 4 Mythic Legions, so go, or the 4 Horsemen, I should say, go check out his IG page. Actually, I'll put it in the description after the stream as well, so go check. He does great work. Yeah, I actually invited him to the stream today to kind of speak on some of the stuff, but he had some stuff going on, so I had prior commitments, so no worries. Hopefully we'll get him on a future episode. So yeah, hopefully you have a good one, Trevor, and hopefully we'll get you on a future episode. But thanks for coming through. All right, going on to the next figure here, sticking with 12 scale, we have the Sentinel Ronin Warriors Sekhmet figure. So this is 145 USD. Again, I mentioned 12 scale, so he's saying just under 6 inches, 15 centimeters. And I wanted to talk about this because one of the shows I watched when I was younger is Ronin Warriors. That was a show from I want to say the 90s. That's them here on the screen. Here, so it was one of the animes. This was actually an anime, right? Brought over from Japan. In Japan, it was called Armor Legends Samurai Troopers, I believe it was. And so they brought it over to the US, and yeah, I got hooked on this. It didn't have a long run that I remember, but yeah, really cool. Obviously, Samurai Warriors, they each have different elemental effects. The red one's fire. There's like a wind and water one, and like an earth, and then an earth and like a rock one. So they all have different abilities. Yeah, really cool. But so I have all these here in from Sentinel in the scale, like the whole collection. It's really well engineered, really cool. Sentinel does good stuff on their figures as well. Kind of like similar to comparable to Mafex, but I would say a tad bit better in my opinion. More accessories. They are pretty expensive though, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, like for instance, you can on the Sentinel figures of Ronin Warriors, you can take out, and actually with this figure here too, Sekhmet, you can remove all the pieces of armor and have them sitting like on a dummy figure, like it's just like an all blank figure. You can kind of sit on there for like a display and just have like the figure separated from it. So it's really cool. I think it's in one of these photos here, but yeah. So there was like 5 Ronin Warriors, and then the villains, I think there was only 3. So there's a Sekhmet, and then they also put up Anubis for pre-order. So there's like 3 kind of like sub villains, and then there was like the main villain. I forget his name, but yeah, Samurai base. Oh yeah, here you go. Right, so you can have the figure like unarmored just like this, and then the armor sits on this. You can't really see it, but the armor's like sitting on like this like blank like dummy, like it's like all painted black, and it kind of has like a little chair that you can sit it on. And it just sits there. You can kind of see it here, right? You can see like the black limbs. But yeah, it's really cool. So if you just want to have that displayed like that, you can do that as well. Yeah, so multiple face sculpts here. Let me actually go over that here. So 2 pairs of interchangeable hands, alternate unmasked expression parts, 2 helmeted expression parts, 4 swords for the waist, and 2 swords for the pack. That stool and that frame base for that dummy, like I was saying. So here are all the different masked and unmasked face sculpts. So yeah, really cool. Like I think I mentioned the price. Yeah, 145 USD. Yeah, so I don't think I'm gonna collect the villains, but it does look cool. Sekhmet, you probably can't, if you already can't tell, like the name implies, I think it's more based on it has like a spider theme, I want to say, and then Anubis. So like each of the villains had their own theme, right? They weren't elemental, but it was like a spider, a snake, and like I think a scorpion. And I think Sekhmet has to do with the he might have been the snake. I can't remember, like snake themed like moves and attacks and things like that. But hence like the green, and yeah, I don't know. I think can't recall, but yeah, really cool. I turn it over to you guys. So I think BBTS is the only US based retailer that has these online. I think it's one of those ones where like kind of similar to Storm Collectibles, they have like exclusivity to sell their Storm Collectibles here in the States. And I think that's the case with Sentinel. I can't recall. Well, I should say for Ronin Warriors, but correct me in the chat there if I'm wrong, or in the comments. But I don't know. I'll turn it over to you guys. Do you guys ever watch the show or any interest in these figures?
Yeah, me.
Only vaguely familiar with the imagery. Gotcha. Yeah, never. Yes, I've never seen it. Yeah, that I recognize that image, but I've never watched the show. Or it's interesting how they're samurai in design, but their names are all like Egyptian deities. That's interesting.
Yeah, the villains are, but like the heroes, they kind of had like normalish names, like Sai and Ryu or Rio is like Rio and yeah, they weren't Egyptian based. It was just the villains for some reason. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they look pretty cool. I mean,
means.
I think I've seen it before, but I think at that time you said the mid '90s around there.
Yeah, I think that's like around like early '90s or like 90s. Late '80s. I forget that time frame exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
I believe.
I think at that time I was in college.
Oh, gotcha.
But in college, we still played a lot of Street Fighter at the arcade.
Yep. Hell yeah.
So I remember I think there was a video game of this too. I can't remember. But I don't remember, but I remember like my younger cousins watching this. I had to babysit them every once in a while. But this, I mean, it always looked cool, but at the time I was studying too much.
Yeah. Yeah, you can get them. Because I got the previous ones here, and they're still here in stock. But I bought most of mine from Asian retailers, and they were definitely cheaper there too. So most of the time for BBTS or US-based retailers, if they have to import figures or get them, from someplace, in Asia, then they increase the price here in the States, and so that's kind of usually the case here. If they're not already selling them. If they're not a distributor and they have to get them themselves, like the US-based retailer from some other place, they'll increase the price to account for, I guess, some other fees or kind of like third-party or middleman type of situation. I'm guessing. I don't know exactly why, but I've noticed they're usually higher. But if you find them at a Asian-based retailer, they'll definitely be cheaper. So that's where I got all my previous figures from. But so here's a previous villain that I was mentioning. They did here, Anubis.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's one more villain, and then the main head villain guy, like the big bad that they still got to do. So, but Sekhmet is the newest one, so that's why I brought it up here. But is there anything else, Valkyrie? Sorry.
Oh no. This looks pretty cool. I mean, like if I probably watched this when I was in college, I probably would really be into it. I mean, because I loved anime when I was young. I what do you call it? I used to visit family in the Philippines back in like the 70s, early 90s, and I would like see stuff that I've never seen before over there. And then I'd come over here, I'm like, dang it, because we never had that.
Damn it.
But then HLJ and some of the other places I used to buy from.
Yep.
Ami Ami.
Ami, yep. That's my go-to for Asian exclusives or just places based in Asia or in Japan, China, or Japan, I guess. Yeah, Ami Ami's based in Japan.
Yeah, I mean, I used to buy all my Macross Valkyries from over there, and then now on Amazon, which is interesting. And actually, Amazon prices are pretty good.
Yeah, they are. I noticed that too. Yeah, like they'll ship from. I think they'll still ship from Japan or wherever in Asia, but the prices will be better. So that's an option too for those of you who are interested in just like imported stuff. Check out Amazon because you could be surprised. You can find some good priced figures from there or just collectibles like Valkyrie was such I've scored some good deals on there and they were legit too. They weren't like questionable third-party sellers or anything. They were legit. Yep. Clinton Martin here saying Ronin Warriors was a cool TV show. Yeah, man, I was really one of the ones I was hooked on when I was a kid. Feel the Burn also looks like was a fan. Oh my god, you're taking me back. Feel the Burn. I had the action figures too. There was some other action figures. I forgot who made them, and I still have a couple of them that they did, during that time frame, and they were they had like springs in them. Like if you put like little springs where like if you kind of like moved the figure like an appendage, it would kind of spring back into position. But they did that so that way you can kind of. It was weird. Like the gimmick was their hands. You can kind of like have them connect to other parts of other figures like armor and like kind of be all twisted. I don't know what the point of that was or how that was samurai like, but I still have a couple of those. So they were, I definitely had them because I was a big fan of the show at the time. Phil the Burn saying, watch on Toonami every week. Clinton Martin specifying, they released this in the US in 95, so 1995. Okay, thanks for that. Gotcha. Yep. Hey, but these are expensive, like I said, and on BBTS anyways. Shop around as always. Try to find, if you're interested in these, try to get a better deal somewhere. on these figures for sure. All right, going on to the next one here, cruising along. So going from Ronin Warriors to Batman, we have LPZZ. This is the Batman, and if you think this looks familiar, you're not wrong, because this does, when I saw this, I had the same thought. This does look similar to the upcoming in-art Morphig Batman, but there is a difference. So I have a photo here that'll show the differences too. There are some notable differences in here, but this is LPZZ. I'm not sure what that stands for. I didn't see anything kind of stand out when I was looking into this, but if you guys know, let me know what LPZZ stands for. But yeah, apparently this is licensed because they have it. They're using the logo everywhere. This is Batman from the Arkham Knight video game. So this is still 12 scale. All these accessories it comes with here. This is running for $75 to $90 USD. Set to come out Q2, Q3 of this year, standing at 6.6 inches, 16.8 centimeters. Comes with multiple hands. You see here 10, right, to be exact. A voice synthesizer for some reason. Ooh. Grappler gun, jammer gun, Bruce Wayne head sculpt there. Calm replacement faceplate. So he has interchangeable faceplates for a 12 scale figure. Line launcher batarang. And then there's some pre-order bonuses. So I didn't have enough time to look into if this was site specific to a specific site or just in general from any place you order, because there's a few places where you can pre-order this right now. But there's an angry replacement faceplate, frost grenade, and three tracking batarangs with that you see here. Let me zoom in. That are kind of squared off, which is cool that they did. I don't know if that's drawn into the actual like mat or if they just kind of digitally put that in, but everything with this rectangle here is what the pre-order bonus is. So that's cool. That's awesome that they highlighted this, and then each of the batarangs are different colors. So that they didn't just give you like 3 of the same batarang. That's really cool attention to detail. But the cape on this is, in addition to everything else, the articulation looks awesome, the design, the sculpt, the cape looks awesome. You can see some of these figures here, just how well it drapes down this base that it sits on. Here it's just kind of showing you the height. And yeah, look at this, man. I'm guessing it's gonna be wired. Let me see. Did it say? I don't think I read wired cape, wow, but
yeah, looks
right,
great.
Doesn't it look awesome? Yeah. Look at the posability, obviously double jointed knees. Yeah, and here's up close of the different interchangeable faceplates. Oh, movable eyes. I guess I missed that, but you can see here in the bottom.
Really?
Yeah, like he's like looking straight ahead here. Yeah, and then his eyes are looking to the left here. Yeah, did I? Yeah. I gotta go back and look at the website again. Yeah. Here's the angry, gnarling faceplate, and then the Bruce Wayne calm head. Yeah, man, they're making headway here. This company's came out strong right out the gate with this figure. I think this is their first figure because I'm not familiar with this company. I haven't seen anything else in the research that I did prior from this company, and they have a few figures lined up from this line. You saw Deathstroke in a previous photo, and I think there was like a Harley that I saw, Harley Quinn, or multiple characters from this game anyways, from Arkham Knight. But here's the wingspan. It looks to be like some sort of vinyl or something. I don't know.
That looks great. It's awesome.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks really cool. Yeah. And so here is the comparison to the InArt here. So InArt is doing, I don't have too many photos because InArt hasn't officially announced their figure. They just displayed it at a con that I'm familiar with. I haven't seen any announcements yet that I have seen. Maybe I missed it, but InArt's doing the version from Arkham Origins, I believe it is. But again, LPZZ is doing Arkham Knight. So that's how I guess they can have multiples. Look similar, but from 2 different games, right? So there's 2 different games in there. But they both look pretty good. So that's going to be a contender there. Looks like the cape on the Arkham Origins sits a little higher than this one here from Arkham Knight. But yeah, we don't know too much about the InArt's version of their 12 scale Morphig or Stone Row or whatever they're calling it. I still don't understand what that is all about. But yeah, you're gonna have some options, or for you Batman lovers, maybe you'll get both, like we said before. So this is the only photo I have, but I just wanted to show that quick comparison of the suits and how different they look. similar, but there is some differences there. So I'll turn over to you guys. Anyone got any thoughts on this? If not, no worries.
Looks amazing.
Better than the Hot Toys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
What's the price on this
movable
again?
high suit. Let's see. So again, shopping around, it ranges from like $75 to $90 USD.
That's not bad for this figure.
Yeah.
I mean, for all you get and all that articulation and the detail, it looks really good.
Yeah. Let me go back and see here. Yeah, it does say in the description styling cape, including styling cape. So I'm guessing that are implying wiring in that as well. And then from this photo, it doesn't say in the description, at least from the site I'm looking at, it doesn't say movable eyes, but I'm guessing, again, that's implied by this photo. Where are we at? Right here, like I was showing earlier.
Oh, yeah.
I'm guessing that's what that's implying here. So that's one website. Let me look around a little more. But yeah, Dave or X-Men, you got anything on this one to add, or no? Are you good?
No, it's pretty cool. It's again out of scale for me, but that's crazy how nice this looks and what they've been able to pack into this little thing. That's pretty darn cool. It's really neat. And being that it's Arkham Knight, that suit it lends itself very well to joints.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
So the joints shouldn't even be like an aesthetic bother so much. So that's pretty cool. That's a good looking figure.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, here's look at how well it drapes. Look at that. Compared to like expanded, like all the way.
Yeah.
Fully wings expanded versus draped down. Yeah, that looks awesome. But yeah, good point on the joints and kind of blending with the suit. Yeah, really well done, man. Look at that, damn. So I'm curious to see how well this actually comes out in the end. Yeah, another company, man, just like I was saying about JoyToy, making a name for themselves, making an impact. LPZZ. All these new companies, man, if all of you out there who are just thinking, if you have ideas, I should say people out there who have ideas for a figure and thinking, you know what, I can do it better. I'm going to make one myself. That's where ideas start, and just companies like that who come out and change the game for others. I know they come into challenges or they face some difficulties. They're not always a success, but I want to say I encourage you all, if you're thinking about that, it's props to you all for taking that risk and doing that. Who in any industry, any field, if you want to go out there and you know that you can do something better and you go because you don't like the way something's done. Props to you all for taking that action, because a lot of us would be like, I wish I could do that, but we don't, including myself. There's some things where like, I don't. I'd rather focus my time on other things. But for all of you who follow through and actually take that into action, props to you all for doing that and making an impact on what you do also. So yeah, appreciate that, JoyToys, LPZZ, and anyone else doing that. All right, going on to the next figure here. Last sets of the stream. Yeah, this was as I expected, a long one here, but we'll go through these here. This is switching to 1/18 scale JoyToy. We have the next wave of the TMNT figures. This is, let's see here. We'll go through them all here. We got, Captain Zorax, Adjutant Zork, Triceraton, Infantryman. So there's 3 different ones, and I forget which one's which because I'm not too familiar other than Triceraton. But these look great, just like the previous waves of TMNT figures. To those who aren't familiar, they sent around 4 inches, so like I said, 1/18 scale, so like smaller scale, but highly detailed, highly very well painted and sculpted. So the set of these 3 goes for about $126.88 or $43 each. Unfortunately, these are only licensed in Asia. There's certain markets in Asia where they are licensed. They're not licensed for the U.S. And they were up on Kit. Kit's really one of the few places you can go to for things that are not licensed in the U.S. But I went before the stream earlier today and yesterday, and I noticed they weren't up on there. And so when they're not on Kit's side, as some of you may know on 1/6 Kit, if something's taken down, that means usually means it's sold out. So I think all the pre-orders were full on this. So unfortunately, if you wanted to get this, Kit's no longer offering these. If you're able to find it somewhere else, don't able to get it somewhere else, then that's awesome. Hopefully, you're still able to hurry up and grab this if you really want these. But yeah, that Kit's kind of not one of those retailers. I did put the links in the description below are for JoyToy's website, which is the official website. But again, you can't order from there because they don't ship to the U.S. Again, unless there's a workaround and you can get it shipped to someone in Asia and have them forward it to you. I don't know. But or you do like the middleman. What do they call it? A proxy buyer, who's someone in Asia to buy it for you. Like I said, or there's services that do that. You can do that as well. So that's these three. And their bases, it looks like, just like the previous wave, they all come with a quarter of a piece of a base, and you can interconnect them all, and they have like a little display that you can do. So they each have their different accessories. This is Zorax here that comes with like a barbell and some weights, 2 blades, and like what is this? 4 pairs of hands. Adjutant Zork, he has like these guns. This one like I forgot what this is called, but kind of like that piece of exercise equipment with the spring in the middle, and you kind of bend down. I guess that works your forearms. I haven't seen one of those in a while. But yeah, gun, a blade, also 4 sets of hands, some brass knuckles there, and then Triceraton infantryman, 2 sets of barbells, guns, knives or swords there, and then also 4 sets of hands. So yeah, really good looking figures there. And then also included with this wave, we have, of course, the man himself, Mr. Jones, not Dr. Jones, but Casey Jones. Also 1/18 scale, it's $43 as well, 4.4 inches, so about 11.2 centimeters ish. This one looks cool too. But man, his weapons are like just bigger. I think they're bigger than him. There's like, I think they're like really big.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was intentional or just because like what's the word for like production purposes. Maybe that's like what they had to do. I don't know. I'm not sure what the thought is on that, but they are huge. Those hockey sticks and the cricket stick. Yeah, really tall, really big. So yeah, I'll turn it over to you guys while I go through these photos. Oh, he has like an alternate tier setup here, alternate head sculpt.
Oh, wow.
For some reason, I don't know the reference to this. He's on roller skates, like he's roller derby. I just noticed that.
Yeah. Oh, dang.
He's on.
Wow.
He's on. Let's throw the photo here with all his. Yeah, so like you got roller derby Casey Jones here. So a couple of different looks. Here we go. Roller derby gear. Yeah, and I just noticed too that the diorama, the piece of the diorama base that he comes with is different from the typical ones we've been seeing. They're kind of switching it up, so maybe he doesn't connect with the Triceraton Zorax and what was the other one? Oh, yeah, Zork figures, because the dioramas are different. Let me switch back here. Right here, you can see they're painted different. So. Yeah. There's 3 in this set, so there's one more that's going to connect to that. But Casey Jones is different, so it seems like he's going to be the first of a different set of other characters. Because the Turtles and like Shredder, Bebop, Rocksteady, they all had, if I remember correctly, they have bases similar to this color here, like this type of setup. But I think Casey Jones is the first to have this, so it's interesting to see they switched it up and who else they're going to make. I'm trying to think of who. I guess there's quite a few other characters they can make, but yeah, they're going deep, man. JoyToy is going deep on this TMNT line. They just, of course, started with the Turtles. They have all those out. I got those. Those are great. And I just stopped. No, I lie. I got Bebop and Rocksteady, and then Shredder and Foot Soldier. But after that, I stopped. I didn't get like Toka, Slash. I'm not going to pick these up, even though I'm tempted because these dinosaurs look awesome. But yeah, I'm passing on these. So now, with that said, I'll go and turn it to you guys. You guys have any thoughts on this? On these?
They look cool. I mean, I have no connection to them. I mean, even though I watched TMNT when I was in college back in the 90s, and the cartoons were always fun. I mean, yeah, it definitely looked cool. And if I was like a big collector, even though I didn't know about it, I probably would have added these to my collection if I was a collector.
Yep. Yeah, no, the Turtles for sure I had to get because I'm a big Turtle fan myself. Grew up on that, of course, in our and in my generation, so I have multiple turtles. I'm sure you guys seen my photos on IG. I have like that one shelf of all the turtles, but yeah, so I had to get those. Kind of like Loco Lou. Shout out to Loco Lou and P-Rock, also turtle lovers. So I'm sure they're probably picking these up. Well, I don't think P-Rock is. I don't think he collects 1/18 scale, but Loco Lou, I think he was interested in these. But yeah, Dave, any thoughts, or are you good?
Oh yeah, no, they're cool. I like seeing more Triceratons. I remember seeing those guys in the comics, and they were a lot of fun. But yeah, as that scale is way too teeny tiny for me. I got all these big guys out here, and I'm like, nah, man, nah.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah.
But they are cool. There've been a lot of turtle stuff lately, just across the board.
Yep.
Like sure. I saw the NECA booth on a couple of videos from this recent con, and wow, they're going in.
Yeah.
But man,
yep.
Yeah. Now these are really neat though. These are really cool. Oh yeah, they definitely have, but now they're adding stuff to the movie line that wasn't in the movie. That's crazy.
yeah, I know. Wow. I noticed. I was like, what the hell?
That's crazy.
Yeah. What Dave's talking about is like Toy Fair is going on right now. I think it's this weekend while it started, I think, on Friday or something. But yeah, it's like March 2nd, so March 1st, end of January, like when Toy Fair started. So I was going on right now. They already have unveiled a lot of they had figures on display. So I'm sure we'll talk about those as they come up and get announced. But yeah, a lot of figures on display over there. But yeah, sorry, go ahead, Dave.
Oh no, that's it. It's just crazy that they did that with Bebop and Rocksteady. That's really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, these are neat. I think it's funny as hell that they have all the workout equipment.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know the reference, or if that was actually legit from like the comics or something. Like I said, I'm not too familiar.
I don't
with
remember
these,
that being a prominent thing. Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I don't know if they took liberties in that, because I know with the Bebop and Rocksteady, they had like music-based accessories included. I think I forget who, but one of them had like the a boombox that was like a rocket launcher type of thing, and another one had like a guitar or like a bass or something like that included, which was pretty cool. So I don't recall them having that, but they added those. So I wonder if this is kind of a similar situation. But the person that would know, speaking of, I just realized they were here in the chat. We got Loco Lou in the house. What's poppin', people? In the spirit of Loco Lou there. Did somebody say TMNT? Yeah, you heard right. Yeah, he's like, what's that? Someone said TNT. He heard it's like that's like his turtle sense tingling. Yeah, Lou, if you can, if you're still here, let us know what the weight equipment is for these Tri figures here, if that's actually based on something. But another famous, infamous, however you want to label him, collector in the community here with us. We got Tremble Dust in the house. What is up, Dizzle? Says, wait, VZ going live when it's lights out? What witchcraft is this? Wait, lights out? Are you talking about because it's darker where you're at, or I'm not getting that reference there? What am I missing here? Enlighten me. Yeah, Clint Martin, Red Hulk knees. He's talking about the Hot Toys Red Hulk that just came out. Kind of looks similar to that. These infantryman Triceraton knees they got going on here. But
that's fine in 18th scale.
What's that? Yeah, in this scale, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I don't imagine them doing seamless in 1/18 scale. I think he's just talking about more like in 1/6 scale.
Yeah.
Is what the debate is on that. Let's see what we got. Make sure in the fig. If the fig, Trump was saying, if the fig can balance on one leg like that, win. Yeah, man, for sure. I'm pretty sure it can. I think he, like on that roller skate too. Casey Jones like roller skating. Let's see here. Mitchell Lawrence is asking, these guys were a military. Wait, was that a question, or were you like letting us know these guys were a military force in TMNT? Yeah, I guess they were. I don't recall. Ooh. So my reference for the Turtles was the animated show, obviously like the cartoon in the 90s. I don't recall. Like I don't have a vivid memory of them in it. I may have seen like. Not Triceraton. Well, there was another dinosaur. Maybe it was Triceraton. I forget who that made an appearance in there, but I don't remember all of them. If they were, then I just don't recall, so I could be mistaken on that. Yep, Loco Lou's like, I got them all locked in. Yeah, I figure you would. If anyone, I would have put my money on you getting these. I don't say no to cool TMNT, he says. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, sorry if I don't. Oh, here we go. So Mitchell Lawrence is also saying, it's great NECAs are reissuing the 90s Turtles again for the 35th anniversary. Yeah, I saw that. That's one of like the big issues that I know people have had with the movie figures from NECA on that scale. Is just they've been hard to get, and the scalpers obviously scooping them up. But NECA's been kind of doing somewhat better about reissuing those and kind of putting more out over time. It just kind of seems like it hasn't been consistent, I don't think. But yeah, that's good to give other collectors opportunities to get those. And it sucks because their movie stuff is exclusive to Walmart, right? For NECA, and if you want the TMNT movie stuff, they're usually that I'm pretty sure they're only sold at Walmart. I haven't heard of them expanding to anywhere else, or their website, the NECA website. If they have certain figures that go up there first, and then they trickle down to Walmart. But yeah, so that is good that they're reissuing those again. Oh, Trumbo is here clarifying reference. Usually I catch you streaming when it's late night on the East Coast. Today is the sun is. Oh yeah, yeah. I started earlier this afternoon. Yeah, on this one. But yeah, appreciate you coming through, Trumbo man. Hopefully you're having a good weekend. Happy Sunday, good sir. Good morrow. Let's see here, and they're Mitchell Lawrence saying they're from the early 2000s TMNT cartoon. Oh, okay, I don't think I caught that one. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe that's why I'm not sure. I just remember the 90s one when I was like younger. Just the original TMNT cartoon that the Playmates kind of like had during that time frame. Those turtles, yeah, I definitely got those. But yeah, these are really cool. Casey Jones also looks cool, but again, this is where I'm calling it quits unless some other figure from this line comes out that I'm aware of that's like really awesome. But yeah, I think I'm good on my turtles for now. But gentlemen, we have done it. That was all the figures. As usual, Figure Lowdown. I know we cover a lot. I said as much in the beginning, but I appreciate you, both of you, being willing to stick it through and hanging out with me discussing these figures. Valkyrie Magnus, and also this is your first time specifically on the Figure Lowdown. So thank you for coming back on a stream and staying this long. I know last time you couldn't say that long. X-Men, of course, always a pleasure. We'll do round the clock here and see if there's anything you guys want to plug or anything you guys want to say. We'll start with X-Men. Anything you got coming up or anything you want to mention, shout out?
Oh no, nothing for me. I'm just getting Omega Red in a couple of days probably, and another accessory that I'm gonna start doing some photo stuff with. So keep a lookout for that. That'll be interesting. I'm not gonna say what it is, but
that's right.
It's gonna be fun when it's done. I'm gonna have to learn some Photoshop stuff because I don't know Photoshop, and this is gonna make me have to do it. So it's gonna be some time before it's out and ready, but it's gonna be fun. But yeah, great to be here with you guys, and super excited to see what's coming up.
Yeah, you mean Toy Fair or just in general?
Just in general.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, man. There's stuff still coming. Like I mentioned earlier, it's just coming that we're not aware that can come out of that fear. Like, whoa, what the hell? Yeah, man. I'm kind of excited and we're kind of afraid. We'll see what could happen. But thanks, man, as always. So anytime you're available, just welcome back. Valkyrie, I just realized before we get to you, your photo. Let me share your photo here.
Oh yeah.
Of, what do you have? Pimp Daddy Destro?
Yes.
What did you call
it? Baroness.
Oh yeah.
And Baroness. Yeah, here we go. You guys ain't ready for this one. Here we go. So this is again Valkyrie Magnus. I'll put his link in the description below to follow him on IG and his socials. But here you go. This is from one of his photos. We got Pimp Daddy Destro here. Bam. Go ahead and walk us through this photo.
Oh my gosh.
Valkyrie. Bonus
yeah,
content.
I had to get that. The figure that was just like these, like they were like these cheap action figure girls that one of my friends gave me, and I was thinking, yeah, from the back she kind of looked like Baroness.
Yeah, from the back.
And then the look that Destro has, it's like that. Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
I thought that would be awesome. So.
Yeah, for those that kind of just jumping in, like, what the hell is this stream? Yeah, earlier, Valkyrie Magnus mentioned he had, we were talking about GI Joe classified figures, the 12 scale or 6-inch figures from Hasbro, and how I collected some of those. And he was talking about this Pimp Daddy Destro figure that he had that he posted on his account here, and so that's why I brought it up. So that's what we're looking at here. Yeah.
He looks like he just got home from the Haters Gala.
Yeah. Yeah. The Haters Ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go, Trimble. I'm sure you're liking, you're enjoying this pick here. Yeah, as he says here, happy Hentai Sunday to you too. Yeah. Yeah, we'll leave you with that, Trimble Dust. Yeah, for the rest of your happy Hentai Sunday. But yeah, that was Valkyrie Magnus. Like I said, I'll put his link in the description below for his socials. Check out his stuff and show him some love if you like what he's doing. But thank you again, sir. Anything you want to plug or anything you want to say or shout out before we end?
Just one thing, thanks again for having me here. Just enjoyed it. Love being on your show. What do you call it? Yeah, for me, the opportunity just to get on your show is just awesome for me. And then for X-Man, I could clearly see his She-Hulk figure and Daredevil figure. So I got the She-Hulk figure because of you. And then I'm thinking, do I want a Daredevil? And then I see them right there, and I'm like, I think I do.
They look good.
So you don't have either of those, or do you have one of them?
I have the She-Hulk. Daredevil, I'm thinking about getting it. And actually right now for my collection, I have the ATRT coming in the middle of this
that's
week.
Right. Yeah, you mentioned that. Yeah,
I'm excited. And I'm thinking, now this is kind of a bad thought, but do I need maybe, is one going to be lonely? Is one going to be enough?
Yeah.
But I'm going to have to wait and see how big that ATRT is first. If it's too big, I'm like, no. But it's somewhat doable. Maybe I'll do 2.
Oh man! So that'll be like your Mythic Legion's Dragon will just be 2 ATRTs. Yeah.
Oh goodness, yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. Here we got Moose giving a special shout out here to Valkyrie Magnus for his. I don't know if I should scream this, Moose, because it's all caps. For his exquisite assistance in helping me procure a Flash from Underground figures. There you go. Hopefully I gives you justice. But yeah, there you go. Shout out to Valkyrie on that from Moose. And he says thanks.
What do you call it? He missed out on the what is it here? Wait list, and so he was like, "What am I going to do?" So I said, "Here, Underground Figures has one." And so he went and bought it, and he bought the last one. It's sold out.
Nice. Just in time.
Dang.
Nice.
So I'm glad he was able to get one.
Yeah, there you go. Congrats indeed. Let me see here. Everyone's talking about the time. Yeah, 3 hours, Mitchell Lawrence. Yeah, you guys are on a roll. Yeah, man. For those of you that aren't familiar, I think that's Figure Lowdown, because I cover a lot of figures as usual, but they usually go about this long. I try to keep it down, but there's just a lot of figure talk in our discussions. So I think they're about this long. So I kind of just expect that now. If I go under 3 hours, then that's like even like a more efficient stream. Yeah. Moose is like 3.5 hours. Yeah. Yeah. But thank you all again. I appreciate you coming through. Appreciate your time for watching again to my panelists. And then, either of you, whenever you have availability, you have time and you want to come back and discuss more of these figures, let me know. You're always welcome. And as far as for me, as usual, just keep an eye on my socials, and when I'll do my next stream, I know they're kind of inconsistent just because I just do it when it works for my schedule, and I work around like other stuff outside streaming, some live daddy duties, things like that. So whenever I can, I'll schedule it, and just keep a lookout on the YouTube notifications, socials, IG, Facebook, and I'll post this up on there. So I might do another Hot Toys one depending this week, another Hot Talk depending if there's another figure that gets announced. So be on the lookout for that. Other than that, reminder, CaliCon 2025. As of now, that's still going. If you're interested, hit me up. I can add you to the Facebook group where I share information. That doesn't mean you're for sure going. If you just want more information, though, you can be added to that, and then I can keep you all posted. But check out my Facebook pinned post on there on my page. I pinned the the post there with more info if you're interested in attending that. It'll be in Northern California and Reno specifically this year. It's just an opportunity for collectors to meet up, to come together and just hang out. So yeah, that's there. Let me know if you're interested. Like I said, I can add you to the group chat. So that, and then other than that, yeah, thank you all for your support, for watching. And with that, have a great rest of the weekend. Much love all. Talk to you later.
All right.
See you.
Have a great week, guys.